What? What? Hey. Stick it, move. 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 What's happening? What's going on, people out there in YouTube land? Man, what's going on? Welcome to the smoke session where we do topics, convos, news commentary, ribbon, sports, politics, history, and all types of fuckery. We always tell people to bring the smoke because we roll up on the spot. If you're under the age or you're a hater, call your mama or your daddy to come through to watch it with you. Because it's parental advisory for fakes and children. I am your host, Nate Hayes, aka Silent Child 17.
P360 in the building.
Chop tracks in the build.
Man, consistent though, right, fellas? Consistently in the building, huh? Man, how y'all fellas doing this night? This wonderful night. This beautiful sun moon gazing night as these children are having their proms and graduations and moving on into this new world. I'm going through that right now, so I just wanted to get my fellas points of view on them and their children and the come up, of raising them, you know what I mean, and how they coming out and what you look at in your life that you could say, hey, you know what, I did that. Pat on the back. What are those things, fellas? If I could just start the conversation off like that, or that y'all could say, one of those things, or how you look at, your children in the light of, just them growing up basically through life.
Well, being that I'm gonna say that the thing I'm most proud about with my children is the fact that they try to be as honest as possible. Like they really try to be honest. I got 4 graduations happening in this month, 3 proms, and they all just whopping the shit out of my wallet. But for the most part, I'm glad they getting a chance to enjoy everything.
I would say that shit. I guess they are a little honest when it comes to things. They do music. Like I do music. My daughter plays violin. My son is he just made it in the All-Star band in the New Orleans All-Star band. This is his first year on the horn. That's like me when I got on the horn. I could see that. But I had got on too, but he played trumpet. But shit. And my daughter, with the excelling the grades, she do the grades. She do get the good grades, and she play violin. I never played violin, but they both picked up the music. I could say my son is graduating 8th grade this year, so I got one. Shit, the end of May coming up, graduation.
A joyous time.
Oh yeah, fellas, I just want to get that out the way because I got one of my prom was tonight, and man, these people here. Let me tell you something about the school system. I don't give a damn what school you go to. If you don't have a good committee, your trips, all the little stuff that they have for y'all class, they ain't gonna be shit. So listen to me, students that's coming up, y'all start paying attention to the people who's over y'all class. I forgot what they call them, like the little committee that that get everything together, the class trip and all that type of stuff. Cause man,
I think they
these
call
people are
them
so disorganized, bro. So disorganized. So much stuff happened at the last minute. The changing dates at the last minute. Come do that, do this. Just went all over the place, bro. And it had your dog ripping and fucking running for no goddamn reason. So I just wanted to get that out with the school system and y'all uh actual people who's over them committees. Man, y'all get that shit together, man. I know y'all got a life too, but don't volunteer for that shit if you can't
get it
come up to
together.
par with the parents, bro. Like, cause a lot of people don't have this. Everybody don't have the same anemone. Am I saying that right? Animities. Animities is everybody else.
Yeah,
Some people got a SUV Land Rover to bring one kid to school. Some people got five kids. They got to all take on the bus. All right. So just y'all be more observative of that type of stuff. Coming to, even if y'all teachers, and y'all listening to this, man, I'll be more observative to the parents and work with them with these budgets and stuff because a lot of this stuff is out of hand for no goddamn reason. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. You would think that at the start of the school year, when you know you got seniors, juniors, proms, uh, class trips, you would think that all that would be planned out well ahead in advance, or at least during the school year.
Like one year, getting ready
I
for the
thought
next
all
year. I
the
thought
schools. I thought when school start, they drop a calendar, but sometimes the dates do change from the calendar.
exactly
But
they do, and that's the crazy part
But
about
that's
it.
the
The
only,
calendar they drop, it ain't nowhere near the same as what I'm saying, like as it was in the beginning. Like they changed so much shit on that goddamn calendar. That don't even look like the same school, nigga.
and a lot of them turn. Well, I noticed that with my kids, they feel like anything and everything is available at any time. I guess so they will give you some information last fucking minute. The kids themselves.
That is
Not
true.
saying that the schools and shit don't do it too, but if they do fuck around and get it in a timely fashion, the damn churn fuck around and get that shit to your ass leak
No,
anyway.
and guess what I say, chap? That's on your ass. You should have been told me. See,
Yeah,
I
that's
can
what I
handle
feel.
I can handle my own kid in my own household, but when it come to their ragged ass, oh well, yeah, Mr. Renee, you got to do this. We're gonna change the date to next week, ma'am. It's Friday now. You talking about 3 days? Shit like that. Like it don't it don't help the parents out.
not
With
at
the
all.
last minute. With that last minute. Like everything should be like you said. If you put it on the schedule in the beginning of the goddamn school year, that's what it should be. Ain't no reason y'all should have made dates for anything for the same stuff. Okay, like for instance, coming to pick stuff up, right? Like tickets and stuff. Why you change the date on that? Stuff like that. I could see if somebody took one of your dates where you had to have something. Okay, where you had a scheduled school trip on a Tuesday. It got to be changed to Wednesday because of the weather or something. And you give me in advance. You know what I'm saying, like a week in advance. That's not that bad. You see what I'm saying? It's not that bad. It's you you come in
Wait
the
to the very last minute.
yeah, it's like that type of stuff. It kills you, and then when they ask for the extra monies too, it goes beyond. I don't give a damn how much you really make, and you really don't look at it like that. But some people do, and regardless of what you make. Some things, if it's ridiculous, it's just ridiculous. So, you know that too. Not to just jump down nobody through on this shit. I just want to
One,
see what y'all thought about that. Because these kids growing up fast. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to know what y'all got out of y'all children's life from what y'all can see y'all pat yourself on the back about.
nah, I just really wish you could get it together, bro. Because I've experienced the same thing with my children in school. They'll wait till the last minute to tell me about their
You blanked out, P.
cut off.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
So it's the same thing that's pretty much happening at the junior high and elementary. They'll wait to the very last minute and give you a permission slip the day before and say, "Oh, we need 15." Wait, what? You had a whole week to tell me about that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
Mm-hmm.
that they gotta get it together. The fuck? Man, my mic tripper.
It's all good, baby. In other news, what y'all talking about, fellas? Y'all see anything interesting? Y'all got anything to present before we jump into these topics? Let's get it on.
Let me see. I got something for y'all. Just want y'all to read the title. Y'all can see that?
Yeah.
You see what the title say?
She was told her son was in prison. When she got out there, he was gone. A week later, Shell found that he was dead. Wow.
Now that's interesting. Hmm.
Let me
And
see
then
if
they listed
Somebody
the
lying.
death as unclassified.
let me see if the video gonna play.
One
Right.
mother had friends with her son after work, but when she got home, he
Y'all
was
can hear it?
gone. That led to a search
Yeah.
in 2019. It finally ended when his body was found, but what happened is still a mystery. Mike McDaniel continues our series, Cold Case.
There are a lot of questions surrounding the death of Bruce Jacobs, known as BJ. Sadly, there aren't many answers to those questions. Just a years-long mystery of what happened. After a team up with Crime Stoppers, this is the first time BJ's mom has talked publicly about her son, who was found dead under a bridge in New Orleans. She still doesn't know how he even died.
He was so fun.
Pamela Phillips can't help but smile when she thinks about her son, Bruce Jacobs, who went by the name BJ.
I don't think he ever met a stranger.
But smiles give way to the painful reality that her son is no longer here.
The last time I actually saw him, which I didn't know it was going to be the last time, he was actually on a laptop, like getting ready to do some online classwork.
That was in August of 2019. Phillips rushed off to work and planned to take her 23-year-old son to Lake Pontchartrain for some mother-son time when she got home from work.
He was gone. He was gone, and I was thinking, like, I know we're supposed to go somewhere. So I just kind of waited because I thought maybe he was just kind of close by in the neighborhood or something. I called his phone, he didn't answer.
Her worry led Phillips to call friends and hospitals, then the jail.
They said he was in Orleans Parish.
Phillips says her son was arrested for shoplifting in New Orleans, out of character and far from his home in Metairie.
And I'm like, something has to be wrong.
Having not spoken to or seen her son, Phillips was told BJ would be released the next day. When she went to pick him up, he was already gone.
I just want y'all to say something. Somebody say something
Well,
before I
yeah,
let
I'm
the
trying to
rest
figure
of
out how
the
he wound up
video.
under the damn bridge. And he's supposed to be in jail. That's one of my questions.
Why he even? Why was she never notified that he was in jail? And then this is in Orleans Parish. This ain't fucking St. Tammany. We just got
Did
new
he go to
what you
jail
call it?
first and then wind up under the bridge, or did he go to jail at all?
I don't think he went to jail at all.
That's what I'm trying to
Because
figure out.
they would have booking information and all that shit.
So that's a question that might have to be brought up before the DOJ.
It definitely was given a runaround. Fuck all that. Question the DOJ. That's a 19-year-old black kid, and he went to jail
No,
in
no,
Orleans
no, 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 no,
Parish.
no, no, no. Listen, I'm saying
Fuck
if they
him.
don't
Fuck
have,
DOJ.
if she was told,
Why?
like she,
Why people not mad and at the jail right now trying to find out what happened?
that's what I'm saying. If she was told her son was in prison, and when she got there, he was gone, and then a week later she found out he was dead, that means either there should be booking information, like you said, right? There should be booking information. If they don't have that, then what's the next step? Somebody got to explain it. So we got to look at the fact that this lady was told her son was in jail. She get there to go buy him out. He ain't there. Then they find him dead. And as y'all see out here, under the bridge. So that draws questions. And if the feds don't get involved, which would
Yeah,
be
I
the
doubt they
Department of
get involved.
Justice.
I doubt they get involved because that'll mean that they gotta blame somebody in power to do it and not the children.
Gone.
And from that moment on, I've been looking for him every single day.
Phillips spent a week looking for BJ. She found a missing persons report with New Orleans police, then followed up when she never saw the case publicized.
They came in and a woman told us that the day before there was a body that was found and that they're pretty 99% sure it was him, but the body had started decomposing.
Dental records confirmed it was BJ's body found underneath the Almonaster Bridge. More than 3 years later, BJ's family still has no idea what happened.
This happened in August of 2019. To me, it feels like yesterday. I promise you, there's no closure. There's none.
Making closure feel unlikely, BJ's death is listed as unclassified, even though his mom says the autopsy showed his ribs were broken and the toxicology report gave no indication of drugs or alcohol.
You don't have a detective that is really working on the case, the same as if it was maybe a homicide.
Phillips feels her son's case would have been treated differently if it was an obvious homicide. She hopes working with Crime Stoppers can bring new information.
He was getting ready to go to a ball.
The oldest of her 3 sons, Phillips says BJ loved music and wanted to pursue a career in business. He often made videos and sold CDs, which Phillips now cherishes with a smile and determination.
I am not giving up. I want to know what happened to my son. And I feel like that's keeping me from having closure.
Adding to the mystery, Phillips says BJ's body was found with jail release papers belonging to another man. That man was reported missing to New Orleans police around the same time as BJ's death. He's still missing, and police suspect foul play. There is a $1,000
Can
Crime
you play that
Stoppers
back a little
reward
bit?
in BJ's
Orleans
case.
Parish.
Tips are anonymous.
Orleans
Nah,
Parish.
man.
Wait, can
Adding
you
to the
play
mystery,
that back a little
determination.
bit?
I am not giving up. I want to know what happened to my son. And I feel like that's keeping me from having closure.
Adding to the mystery, Phillips says BJ's body was found with jail release papers belonging to another man. That man was reported missing to New Orleans police around the same time as BJ's death. He's still missing, and police suspect foul play. There is
The
a
other man
$1,000
still
Crime
missing.
Stoppers reward in BJ's case. Tips are anonymous. Mike McDaniel, Eyewitness News.
So
A
that lets you know
decomposing body, you still had the paper, man. Come on, man. Of another man. What you was about to
that
say,
let
though,
you
bro? They let you
know
know what?
right then and there that it wasn't no teen type shit. He was into no bad shit and wound up getting killed by some
Right.
niggas he was beefing with and all that other dumb shit. Like just that whole narrative got to be ruled out because the nigga who papers he had, that nigga missing too, and they still can't find him. And it's 3 years later.
So something
And
funny
both of these
going on.
people
Real.
was people that was supposed to have been and went to jail in Orleans Parish. Susan Hudson was ham, my baby. Was
That's
ham.
weird. That's still weird.
You
That's
got
too.
the
Your
other
boy did.
dude
Come
who
on.
missing. You got his papers was found on you. Where your papers?
Where
That's
your
highly weird.
papers? In his pocket?
Did you go pick your people up
Get
from
out.
jail? Or y'all both went to jail? Because I'm confused now. Somebody told her that he went to jail. But who told her that? Because they still didn't say he had, you see what I'm saying? He had no, they didn't talk about no record of him being in jail. They were just saying that that was the story. And we still
Exactly.
didn't find, when they found the body, they still didn't find no fucking paper. They
We ain't
found
heard of
somebody
nothing
else's
about
papers
him going to
that's missing.
magistrate
Yeah,
court.
that's,
We ain't hear nothing about him because it's shoplifting. So we know for a fact that when you go to jail for that's a felony, I think. Or it might be a misdemeanor. Shoplifting might be a misdemeanor. But anyway, when you go to fucking jail, you got to get a ring, nigga. And getting the ring means you got to get your bond. That comes from the judge unless something already
Right.
set up in the fucking system or whatever to where you don't have to go see a judge. And 9 out of 10 with a crime like shoplifting, you got to go in front of a judge. You're going to go to magistrate court or whatever. So all
Right.
that shit would be documented
Every single step.
every step of the way. There's no way he got out of fucking out the jail without. And this what's crazy is, people speculate, and that's what be making me mad a lot of times because people speculate. But the lady had to go on Instagram and correct people because people were saying shit that they wasn't supposed to be saying, or thought thought shit went a certain way.
right.
Let me see if I can find a comment because she had
Yeah,
to
this
go
is a
on.
very strange story. And
Oh, look, there you go
and
right there. Look,
now was he missing in New Orleans? Because she said he from Metairie, didn't she? That they stayed in Metairie or something.
yeah, they stayed in Metairie
So I'm trying to see where did they exactly find him, man? I didn't catch that if they did say
under
it.
the bridge,
Uh,
Almanesta. The name well, Almanesta
Hmm.
Bridge.
wait, I can't see what the right name is.
Let me see. See, they got this lady say, the cops did it, and this the mama right here, Pamela Phillips. She like it's deeper than this. Basically, a lot happened. They
They
said he was
said
released from jail.
from jail.
We
Right.
called everyone, searched everywhere, and he was nowhere to be found. We reached out to the jail for video multiple times, nothing.
Nothing.
That's
In
convenient.
addition, read the rest of
In
that. In
addition,
addition,
someone was texting me in the middle of the night. They were acting like they were him, faking like he wanted me to pick him up.
what?
His decomposing body was found several hours later.
Hours
So he
later.
was already
Wow.
dead and been there for a minute before they even, while nigga was texting her back and forth playing like the man was still alive. I gave the phone to the police that was texting me. They said
They
they
could
could
not
not
track
track.
it.
So
That's bullshit.
You hear these people on people? That boy said they couldn't track it. From what? The Stingray? You talking about the Stingray that y'all got up there? That's connected to every fucking cell tower?
Wait, not just the stingray. Remember, they could try.
Oh my
What's the word I'm
Jesus.
looking for? Triangulate. They could
like
triangulate.
bounce shit off it.
What the fuck is wrong with my mic? This is going.
Oh, this
Holy
another one
smokes.
she did.
Man. Yeah, condolences to the mother, man. You very strong, like Rich said, bro. You a strong woman, man. Cause something
If
it
you're a
does sound
parent,
like some type of
imagine never
foul
seeing your
play with
child
something.
again. Yeah,
And what
they
kind of
definitely.
trauma did? How did he die? Did they say how he died? Was it a shot,
They said his
gunshot,
they didn't say how he died. They said it was
strangulation?
unclassified, but his
I
ribs
know.
was
What does that mean?
broken.
Mm,
Or whoever the dude was, that nigga know one of the police officers. Something had to go like that. Somebody had to know something. They did something.
The police is not cooperating, I think, Jack, like they're supposed to be. I don't think
They
they
not.
cooperating like they're supposed to
Them
be.
other sheriff's officers.
I'm gonna pinpoint that right now.
Them other sheriff's officers. Before the police, the fucking sheriff's office got, well, between the both of them, they both shoved 50-50 the blame to me because they booked the man.
Hold on for a minute, Jack. Somebody echoing. Somebody stuck echoing. I think that's 360. That's you. Put your
Still
volume on
echoing.
mute. It's
I
gone.
muted him. But
Okay.
yeah. I just think that it's 50-50 with them shits because Orleans Parish, which is the sheriff department, them motherfuckers got information, booking information, release times, and all that shit. And who the motherfucking people at the police, they gotta have some. Somebody gotta have something. The bridge Juvenile used to rap about. Oh yeah, sure did. Fucking much.
Cameras, camera footage when he left.
Yeah,
Y'all
they
gotta
got
show me
camera
something.
footage.
At
Yeah, they
least
got camera
prove to
footage.
me that he left
Son,
there.
son. If you go to the new jail, I'm talking about Orleans Parish now, man, son, them people buzz you in the door. Where you go get the inmates from, that's the same. I mean, when you pick your people up from jail from, that's the same spot where they do the background checks and shit at. You got to go through the same, they do it in the same building. But niggas roll out at, that's where they do the background checks at. They got cameras galore right there, son. Literally, they have to. That's where the ATMs at. Fucking all kinds of shit, cold drink machines and all that shit. Where the people just sit right there and wait for their people.
Yeah, they do. They do.
They got footage though. I mean, fuck, it is what it is. They can't tell me
And
they
what's
ain't got
bad
it because
about
I
it is
know it's
I
them.
know that they got a lot of cameras right there. And there's like maybe 3 or 4 cameras as you enter into the doorway, one on the corner of the building, one on the opposite corner of the building, one as you enter
It's right there
the
by the
door.
courthouse. You can't even fucking
Right.
tell me
One
y'all
right
ain't
there
got
as
no
you enter.
cameras around now.
And they
It's the
can't say they ain't
courthouse.
on. They damn sure can't say they ain't on.
Even if they say them off, they still got them regular lights that be blank and red and blue that be on. Them bitches still around there. They got a few of them around there.
The only way I could
Leaving the
see this
jail.
type of shit happening is if they used they dude got killed in a jail, they put him in the car, drove him under the bridge, late at night, dumped the body, and got the fuck. That's the only way I could see that shit happening. And if there was somebody that was released the same night as him that he had the damn paperwork on, they using that man, they probably killed him too.
There's some shit going on down here, bro.
This is weird shit.
That's why I say like they keep us focused on what they want us to be focused on. That 10% we
Right.
was talking about. They keep us focused on that shit. But that's not real. Like y'all saying that our kids out here doing dumb shit. The youngest, he would be considered a teenager, even though he was 19. Like to me, still would be considered a teenager. That's a year
Right.
after high school or 2 years after high school or whatever. So he would still be one of the kids that need, attention in our community or whatever. So I don't know if we supposed to be tightening up on our kids and letting y'all lock them up and do all this other shit. Why would we even let y'all lock our kids up if y'all can't account for them? If that's supposed to be rehabilitating them and all that shit, that's supposed to be helping them. We don't even know if we're gonna get them fucking back. If they did do something to turn themselves in and went the honest way and all that other shit. That's just
I
like
like
we
how
was
they put
talking
them
about
cute ass names on them too, on these
on what?
facilities. I just love how they put these names that they put on these facilities, like rehabilitation
Oh
development
yeah, that shit
center.
weird. That shit's retarded.
Bunch of F.
He was
Scott
putting all
bullshit.
the
And
cute
that's
at
true
yeah.
though. That's true though,
He
Ricky.
putting
Like
all
how the
the
fucking body
diabolical ass names on this
fucking
shit. You know, damn well
dissolved
they ain't doing
so
none of that shit.
quickly.
Institution of
Y'all had to have some mad scientist shit going on, man. But
They
that's
probably
I
do.
know y'all. I knew y'all knew about this shit. I was like, man, that shit is terrible.
not to cut
I
you
said,
off, Dub got a question. He said, how do you decompose quickly though?
oh
That
yeah, I
quickly
just
though.
said that. I just said
So
that
what
you
was
can't.
the decompose? It was that 3 years later they was trolling this lady, or was it, you know what I'm saying, the same year that he died? Because she was saying, because it, well, they couldn't be then, right? Because she said it took them 2 to 3 years to find him, right?
Right.
Man,
So
Or
if
is
you
this the
if you do it,
investigation? Or
if
did they
you look
find him
at
in
it,
19 and this shit been going on, her not getting answers for 3 years? You see what I'm saying?
but
yeah, they
that's how
Like,
found
long
them
they've
in
been
break that down
searching
for
for
me,
the
child. What you
body.
think?
You see what I'm saying? He probably been dead
19.
since
They found them
19.
in the, and they ain't been getting no. She ain't been getting no answers.
Or the body could have got dumped there, being that he was probably, think about it, locked in a hole somewhere in the old OPP building. You see what I'm saying?
But
They
why would
can't
they take
take
him
you
out
in
of
there
jail to
without
put him
booking
under the
them.
bridge? Yeah, you see, like why would they take him from
Exactly.
jail
They
and,
could have
put him
just
under
let
the
him
bridge
die
then?
in jail and say he had a fight in jail, bump his head, in jail.
That
But see,
It's
listen,
some
that's a
questions. It's
much more
questions.
plausible explanation than just not having
so
none
why
whatsoever.
they took him and he found them under the bridge?
That's
How
the
he got
question.
under the bridge?
But that's what I said earlier. Think about it. If they took him out of the jail in the dead of night and dumped him under the bridge, who gonna check the police at the wicked what they call that, the wee hours of the morning, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, when there ain't barely no traffic moving around out there.
You ever been in jail when you was 19, son?
Shout out to the chat, DD504, Rich, Shorty. What's
What's up,
happening,
Shawty?
everybody?
Shawty Ray. What I mean, you been in jail when you was 19 before.
No,
So if he did go to jail, I don't want to stay too long on it, but just thinking about his emotions and shit, and how he felt going
scared,
in that
nervous,
bitch.
don't know what he got arrested
The
for.
man had a Tulane shirt on, so he was definitely doing some. He was working at Tulane at least, after high school. So he was trying to do something with his
Mhm.
life.
Something
It wasn't like he
positive.
was out here in the streets at work sneaking to watch this podcast. Oh, that's what's up. Shit, I can't. That's what's up. Respect
I
to that.
know. All right. Yeah, yeah, Shorty,
What's up,
represent,
Shorty
man. You know,
Red?
roll up under the desk. Roll up under the desk. Yeah.
Hey, get your little
So
swig
they
on.
they got a lot of unexplained stuff happening with that one, bro. And that lady deserve answers for certain. And you right, Chop. They keep us distracted on the things that they want us to stay distracted on, all the while some underhanded stuff going on behind the scenes. It's the Wizard of Oz effect. That'll be a new term. The man behind the curtain pulling the string and telling everybody go follow the yellow brick road. Cause that's definitely some shit that's happening right now with this poor lady's case, bro. And I hope she get justice and find the killer. Cause
Yeah, man.
that's
Bless
sad.
us all, man. They did her son dirty, bro. You gotta tell me something, man. And she calm with it too. Like, did you see how together she
Yeah,
was
she
when
was
she did that
definitely
interview?
together. Yeah.
Man,
She didn't even have tears in her eyes. Like that's
man,
how.
nerves are still, man.
Uh,
That's strengthening.
she said everything, cleared everything. Like she wasn't stumbling over her words or nothing. It's just crazy
Yeah, it wasn't
that
that
they
long
can't.
either, child. You could play it one more time for people just coming in or people just watching. Play it for one more time. Let them see what we're talking about.
Oh shit! I gotta get it back. That's the other video. And I'm fine. Hold on, see if this ain't right
When you see a lawyer's commercial or read a lawyer's billboard, the first question you
Man, go help that fucking lady find that child, you big ass bitch. Whoever you is, I don't give a fuck about your commercial.
Oh yeah, Rich. That's what put it on my mind once I started really thinking
Had
about it.
plans
You
for
know what
their
I'm
son
saying?
after
You
work, but
mentioned
when
that
she got
earlier.
home, he
Definitely,
was gone. That led
definitely
to a
strong.
search in 2019. It finally ended when his body was found, but what happened is still a mystery. Mike McDaniel continues our series, Cold Case.
There are a lot of questions surrounding the death of Bruce Jacobs, known as BJ. Sadly, there aren't many answers to those questions. Just a years-long mystery of what happened. After a team up with Crime Stoppers, this is the first time BJ's mom has talked publicly about her son, who was found dead under a bridge in New Orleans. She still doesn't know how he even died.
He was so fun.
You see what I'm
Pamela
saying, too,
Phillips
Chap?
can't help but
She still don't
smile
know how
as
he
she
even
thinks about her
died. That's
son,
why it's
Bruce
true.
Jacobs, who went by the name BJ.
I don't think he ever met a stranger.
But smiles give way to the painful reality that her son is no longer here.
The last time I actually saw him, which I didn't know was going to be the last time, he was actually on a laptop, like getting ready to do some online classwork.
That was in August of 2019.
Mhm.
Phillips rushed off to work and planned to take her 23-year-old son to Lake Pontchartrain for some mother-son time
Oh, he
when she
was
got home from
23.
work.
He was gone. He was gone, and I was thinking, like, I know we're supposed to go somewhere. So I just kind of waited because I thought maybe he was just kind of close by in the neighborhood or something. I called his phone, he didn't answer.
Her worry led Phillips to call friends and hospitals, then the jail.
They said he was in Orleans Parish.
Phillips says her son was arrested for shoplifting in New Orleans, out of character and far from his home in Metairie.
And I'm like, something has to be wrong.
Having not spoken to or seen her son, Phillips was told BJ would be released the next day. When she went to pick him up, he was already gone.
And from that moment on, had been looking for him every single day.
Phillips spent a week looking for BJ. She found a missing persons report with New Orleans police, then followed up when she never saw the case publicized.
They came in and a woman told us that the day before, there was a body that was found and that they're pretty 99% sure it was him, but the body had started decomposing.
Dental records confirmed it was BJ's body found underneath the Almonaster Bridge. More than 3 years later, BJ's family still has no idea what happened.
This happened in August of 2019. To me, it feels like yesterday. I promise you, there's no closure. There's none.
Making closure feel unlikely, BJ's death is listed as unclassified, even though his mom says the autopsy showed his ribs were broken and the toxicology report gave no indication of drugs or alcohol.
You don't have a detective that is really working on the case, the same as if it was maybe a homicide.
Phillips feels her son's case would have been treated differently if it was an obvious homicide. She hopes working with Crime Stoppers can bring new information.
He was getting ready to go to a ball.
The oldest of her 3 sons, Phillips says BJ loved music and wanted to pursue a career in business. He often made videos and sold CDs, which Phillips
had him a little bounce track and
smile and determination.
I am not giving up. I want to know what happened to my son. And I feel like that's keeping me from having closure.
Adding to the mystery, Phillips says BJ's body was found with jail release papers belonging to another man. That man was reported missing to New Orleans police around the same time as BJ's death. He's still missing, and police suspect foul play. There is a $1,000 Crime Stoppers reward in BJ's case. Tips are anonymous. Mike McDaniel, Eyewitness News.
So yeah, somebody come. So they say, he being released. And when she got there, he was coming out already.
So sitting down, hearing that.
So
man,
the police
and
did
knowing
call
that,
her and say that he was released.
Mm-hmm.
When she called the jail,
so
they told her
so
she
it definitely would lead to say that he got beat by the police because broken ribs. One of his ribs probably punctured his lung.
Would you think he fell off the fucking bridge or something? Why would you put it unclassified though? You put his murder unclassified. What the fuck you think he fell off the bridge?
Because they can't say what definitely killed him. Because I'm not saying the falling off the bridge. We know fucking well right. He'd have more broken bones than that just falling off the rib. For his ribs to be broke, That sounds like he got kicked in the ribs. One of them punctured his lung, and he fucking suffocated on his own blood. I mean, that's a theory. I'm not saying it's fact because they don't know what exactly killed him, but a broke rib, puncture a lung, is plausible.
Yeah, but he was released out, just like Didi saying. Where is the video? Where the video at?
And if he
Nobody
was,
got video of this man leaving the damn nothing. And
and if he
especially
was
with this
released,
with Susan Hudson, I know they don't want this shit getting out right now, and they begging for fucking money to try to get more employees.
oh, it's out now.
It's
And they
out in
wonder why
certain
them
sectors.
people want to extend the consent decree. Somebody got an answer for this.
Chop got a point when he's saying, when they get out, he talking about like, out, like everybody, Lee Zurich and them on her head. That's what he talking about.
Yeah,
Everybody. So
everybody.
he
Where the
have a
fuck
point
he
with
at?
that too, because a lot of them they talking about building up the East and all that too. Man. So there's been a lot of money been missing out this East too. A lot of stuff been going on, and ain't nobody been talking about it. So
Where the fuck Lee Zurich at? All
got
y'all was
some
worried about was the
Well,
bed.
ties. Got
All
some
they
oh,
was
he
worried
wins
about
coming.
was
that
the
could actually
mayor.
be
And
yeah,
ain't no
actually get
fucking he
shit
coming.
moving.
It's been 3 years, nigga. When he coming?
This ain't
You
news
know he
to
coming.
Foxy.
Why
They
not?
need some more. They need some more people like Lee. To be honest with you, they need some more people, dog. They need a black, investigator like they got Lee out there. It
You know
shouldn't
who
be
they need
just
to
him,
bring back?
cause
They need to bring Norman
it's too much
Robinson
shit
back.
going on.
My bad,
He's
big
so
dog. They
much. I
need.
ain't gonna lie. That boy Lee Zurich is on the male cat here. He need to let it go for a little minute. Just let her let cat here. She can be
Yeah,
out.
they definitely got to show us some documents.
He
Definitely.
all on that.
I would
Boy,
have to see
he do
release.
Documents and
everything.
video.
I would have to see the mugshot picture y'all took. All that. I need to see that.
And when you
I
go to
wonder if
jail,
I
they
could
do a health
search his
screen too.
name.
When you go to jail, they gotta do a health screen on you before you get put into Gen Pop. So 9 times out of 10, he had to go through that.
Interested. Hold on. What's this man name?
Yeah, they need to up them videos, up the documentation. Who were the
Hey, I
arresting
ain't done
officers?
and nothing else. I was really done. Well, I wouldn't really, this wasn't like my segment or nothing, but I just was
Oh yeah. I was saying we
trying to see.
we jumped the conversation off for 40 minutes that one, so we didn't really have to show too much or nothing. We could jump into these segments, fellas. If Paul ain't got nothing he won't bring through.
Um,
P360. You guys anything you want to talk about before we jump into them good old segments?
I did, but we I don't want to talk up too much time. Um, it's really not too much nothing I wanted to talk about. It's just a little quick video that I wanted to show. Just we talk about that for a second, but it really wasn't too much of nothing, bro. So now we can go ahead and get into the segments.
Okay, that's what's up. Well, I'm gonna drop that fair use for the people. Give them a little chance to get themselves together. We'll be right back with these segments. All right, fellas. That's something I thought was interesting. It ain't nothing new. How we rock. We believe ain't nothing really new too much 100%. Stuff just happens in certain ways, different ways. So, but this one kind of caught my interest for a few reasons, and a lot of it is in the video. So I'm gonna play piece by piece, and then I'll play a whole one, and we gonna chop it up. So, man kills his ex and her boyfriend. So this is me for the day. Here we go.
Shot and killed by police.
Investigators say he was on the run after killing his ex-girlfriend and shooting her boyfriend. Fox 2's Jessica Dupnack joining us live. And Jessica, how the suspect and the victim had kids together? Do we know if they're okay at this point?
Those kids are okay. They are currently with family, and the suspect actually dropped those kids off here in the area of 7 Mile and the Lodge at a friend's house before this all happened with police. He gave those children some money and said his goodbyes. The scene behind me clearing up right now, but this is where it all ended for that 49-year-old man allegedly pulling an assault rifle out towards police, and they fired at him.
He fell out the car and just died. But it's very traumatizing to see. It's very devastating to see.
This witness says it perfectly. The day started 6 miles north of here at the Southfield Marriott after 9 o'clock. Evidence markers trail a spray of gunfire where a 49-year-old man used an assault rifle and shot his child's mother and her new boyfriend. She was killed. He is in critical condition.
It appears that he waited in the parking lot until they exited the hotel, at which time he used an assault rifle and did shoot both of them.
Police sources say after the double shooting, the 49-year-old suspect went to his Warren home, switched out cars into this now shot-up black Camaro. He then picked up the couple's kids from school, gave them money, and said his goodbyes before dropping them off at a friend's house near the Lodge and 7 Mile. Nearby is ultimately where Southfield police tracked him, trying to pull him over.
He lowered the top of the Camaro just prior to us making that traffic.
I know it's a lot to unpack, fellas. So y'all could, if y'all remember, start from the beginning, and y'all could just, let me know, or I could just, ask y'all a question.
All right. So for me, it definitely is a crime of passion, because if he definitely knew that she was cheating on him, because when he dropped the kids off at the friends and gave him some money, said goodbye, and left to go on that mission, he probably knew for a long time sister had been cheating with her ex-boyfriend, and she probably had been denying it. Oh, ain't nothing going on, and that man followed them, waited until they exited the hotel, and blasted away. That's a crime of passion. He loved her that much that rather than just let her go and be with whoever she wanted to be with and just fight to get his kids or whatever like that, just kill her. That's crazy.
Well, it wasn't, from what I heard,
it said his ex. That's right.
It was her ex. I mean, he was her ex.
So,
right.
She had already moved
he had
on.
A new boyfriend. That's it from the story.
She had a new boyfriend.
Oh, that's that. Oh, so you know what that is? That's that. If I can't have you, nobody can.
That type of shit to me is tender dickish. I mean, he did go all the way through with it, but it's like, nah, you gotta let them girls go. Or relationships, period. Not just them girls, just period. You gotta learn how to. We was talking about that shit with the kids earlier, so my my son is in the early teens, so we was having a conversation about one of the chicks at school trying to basically she was trying to talk to one of his friends, and he was like, no, you can't do that. Like I told him, I'm like, bruh, let that motherfucker go and see what she do. And if you don't like what she doing, you don't tell her she can't do it. You just tell her I can't fuck with you because I don't like what you doing. You see what I'm saying? You don't get like all upset and well shit, I don't want to talk to my friends. I don't want to talk to this one. Then you get kind of pressure and all that kind of. But just you gotta learn how to let them birds fly. Fuck, it is what it is.
Now,
That's true. That's true.
did y'all? Let me ask y'all a question now. Did y'all notice the style of the car that he got shot in? And was it a cheap
Yeah,
car or
Black
was it an
Maroon
expensive
drop
car?
top. That's an expensive car. That car
it's
every bit is
expensive.
$85,000
Oh
or
hell
better.
nah, no, hell no,
Hell yeah.
hell no.
What year they
Come on,
say the car was? Or did they say?
nigga.
I don't think they say what year it
They ain't
was,
say,
but
but P,
they all they
please
say was
just
black Camaro drop top. I took a
yeah,
look at it. It
just
was
look it up.
modern. It was modern.
I'm
The
about to look
hell
that
I'm gonna
up
they
say
right
oh,
quick.
I'm gonna say 50, 60,000 with with extras or whatever on it, plus ties and stuff like that. But he
I'll
had
just
rims
say a
and everything on that
2019.
motherfucker. So yeah, it was modern. And the reason why I say that because sometimes people just look straight at the story and not pay attention to certain little details. Puzzles and shit. I was good at that shit. Where's Waldo? You know, it ain't take me long to find that motherfucker. So with this right here, that kind of stood out to me, fellas. The Camaro, the him catching them at a hotel too.
Okay, I was
Him
wrong, y'all.
actually, him actually dropping the kids off, right? Which means he still have some type of custody or some type of you know thing going on with her with the kids, where he didn't drop them off to go see where she was at. Wait to do all that shit with her assault rifle. He not only did that, spent off in the marrow now, because they call it looked expensive too. That looked like a Porsche or something. So he drops the top, and the police say that he pulled out his assault
think about
rifle
it. Hell,
and banged him up on the left.
Yeah, I was wrong, y'all. 26,790.
oh, I know it's
If
a $20,000 car. I know it for sure. 20 to
if
thirty
if
thousand.
money is involved, see, I was highballing me. So
Well, that's why I know I was.
You gotta get like a
yeah, I definitely was
ZL
highballing.
one. You gotta get like a ZL one of them
I
custom
was
ones,
think that's what I
like
was
that.
thinking. I was just about to say like some custom kitted shit. That's what I was thinking, but yeah, it's cheaper than I thought.
That bitch way
But
cheaper.
those type of questions, I wanted to ask y'all. Do y'all think
Right.
that have
Yes.
anything to do with it, or y'all think that's just, do you think money? I'm saying, or do y'all think this have anything to do with the jealous rage that y'all say he had, or the nobody don't want you, I don't want you, too? Do y'all think it has something to do with the ends and stuff too?
I don't think it had nothing to do with the ends. The reason I say that is because fuck, he had the money. You know what I'm saying? From the look of it, if he went switch cars and all that shit, like you saying, so
No, I'm not saying she did it for money or left him because he didn't have money. I'm saying period. Like them sharing money, right? Because he would switch cars, like you just said. So he got money.
Right.
Him having money didn't keep her, right?
right.
Right.
But in this whole grand scheme of it, both of them look like they got money because her ass at the hotel, the Marriott to be exact.
During the daytime.
During, I mean, certain things, yeah, that people not nitpicking at, and I just want to pick y'all brain with that. Do y'all think like money, period, have anything to do with it?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think
because
so.
even the hotel, when you think about it,
It's not
I
that
mean,
expensive.
that one, and two, most niggas get the hotel room to keep from, you know what I'm saying? I think dude probably got the hotel room. I don't think she spent no money on the hotel. If somebody spent money on it, it was definitely
The boyfriend. Right.
So that's why I'm saying, like with the as far as the money thing, like I don't think money had too much to do with it, based on what I already read. Now already listened to with the first video. No, I don't think money. I mean, the chat. If y'all think money has something to do with it, what y'all think? Somebody in the chat, they got 6 people in there. What y'all think? Y'all think it has something to do with money?
This could be some bullshit. But if you didn't have money, would you go to this same lengths? Would you be able to go to these same lengths?
Yeah. Even people with no money go through them type of situations, and
I'm not
it's
saying
even
they
worse
don't.
when a
That's what I
motherfucker ain't
just
got.
said. What? Listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's true. But if he didn't have money, would he be able to go to the same lengths that he did to find her and do what he did?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He still would have been able to do that to her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Buy a assault rifle. How you buying an assault rifle if you poor? If he ain't got no car, how you driving now?
Bum a ride. You could borrow
Exactly.
you could borrow
She
your
gone
partner
already,
car.
round. Your bus take an hour to get there. You getting there way faster than the Camaro. He sat out there in the parking lot. He couldn't drop. He had time to drop the kids off, yo.
Yes. Well
And then
thought out
told him,
plan.
"All right, y'all, I'm
Love
gone." He
y'all.
also had a assault rifle. Now, so
Hey.
the handguns are more expensive than most assault rifles, correct?
Yes.
Or am I wrong about that?
Most handguns are expensive.
Depending
Depend
on the
on.
brand and what you buying, basically.
Okay.
They do have some pistols that's higher than rifles, but for the most part, the pistols is cheaper, especially like a 9 or something like that. But 40s and up, then they about them and rifles are about the same. Like I won't say between 300 and 500.
Okay.
For assault
Okay.
rifle.
Well, let me go another angle with y'all. Do y'all think? And I'm gonna play the video after y'all answer this. Do y'all think there was a promise then, or something that they agreed upon that didn't go right?
I think that happened. He probably was the dude. Fuck, it probably was a nigga he told her not to fuck with. And if she fuck with him,
Could have been. That's a good
I
angle.
believe that. I believe that probably could have happened.
Because I'm just throwing stuff out there for the audience. You know what I'm saying? I want people to use their own discernment without just going by exactly what was told to you. You know, peel them layers back and really ask the questions, because the news, they don't like to really say too much. But let me get into this next one, and then I'm gonna come back to y'all.
Him trying to pull him over.
He lowered the top of the Camaro just prior to us making that traffic stop, at which time our officers tried to engage him. He did reach for that assault rifle, and our officers did use deadly force and shot the suspect, fatally wounded him.
3 Southfield police officers were involved in the shooting. The motive here, a jealous ex-partner.
There's no excuse for an individual to use this type of violence over a breakup.
The new boyfriend, the 41-year-old man that was shot, he is in critical condition, but we are learning that he is stable. Southfield Police Chief crediting that man for before he went in the hospital, he gave them some very important information about the suspect, and that was how they were able to track him to this location here. Reporting live on Detroit's West Side, Jessica Dupnack, Fox 2 News.
Oh, it's good they stopped him when they did. But Jessica, talk about the suspect and his ex's relationship a little bit more. Had there been domestic issues in the past? Had he made threats against her?
So on record, according to court records, there were no domestic filings against this man. He did serve some time in prison for an armed robbery in the mid-90s. It does appear that the couple has a long history. The man is actually from this general area right here. They have a long history, kids together. But again, it sounds like jealousy is the motive here.
All right, Jessica, thanks goodness those children are okay.
You just said they had no domestic on them. Watch that kitty programming too, y'all, when they be wearing them blouses too. That's another thing. Y'all keep that in y'all subconscious. When they be talking about shit like this, ex-boyfriend, sex, or something like that, yeah, they be wearing that. That's called programming. Because remember, she just said they ain't had nothing on her, but then her last statement was, yeah, it was jealousy.
They keep saying the jealousy shit. Like, I don't know.
Keep reading it. Don't tell me. Just tell me the thank you, John.
The fact that she even brought up his prior arrest history. Like, wow.
Because they trying to see what's going on. Did he ever beat on the girl or what? Because for him to just snap out like that, y'all saying that he went from 0 to 100.
That's understandable that you want to know. That's understandable that you want to know if there's any domestic violence history against them too. But you didn't have to bring up the fact that he got arrested for armed robbery in the mid-90s. That had nothing to do with the situation now.
That's true. That is true.
That shows. And then for her to add the fact that it wasn't too far from the area in which they stand in. Come on, man, get the fuck out of here. Nobody need to know all that. That's unnecessary information that you using to push a narrative that this was a bad man. Yeah, he made a bad mistake in the mid-90s. He served his time for that. He made a horrible, fatal mistake. Just, the one y'all talk about now. Talk about that.
What happened with this shit? I know y'all do y'all fucking job and tell me what happened with this shit.
Cause none of that.
See what I'm saying, bro? Come on, man.
None of that other stuff even mattered. You say they had a long history together. Okay, so obviously something happened in this recent time that made him feel like he had to go to that link. Investigate that.
Think about it. He had the kids with him. He could have went all the way off the ringer. He dropped him all first and then went that way. But go ahead.
I could say from being in those kind of situations before that the judges 9 out of 10, like sniff through the woman's bullshit. Because we not speaking on we talking about the dude, but we not speaking on we haven't spoken on yet what the fuck she did to really make him to trigger him to do that. We did see the
why I pulled the questions. That's why I was pulling them questions out. Yeah.
Ain't no fucking way you about to tell me that it had to be like on some prime shit or on some, she had to lie to him or something. Like,
right. That's what I'm saying. That type of stuff.
Right. This is what I'm saying. The dude sound like a stand-up dude to me. If we go off the shit that they said, he did his jail time. He came home, did what he had to do. He had a family.
They tried to make it seem like it was something. Yeah,
that's what I heard.
Exactly.
What I'm saying? That's what I heard. You know what I'm saying?
Real nigga heard what the fuck you said. Yeah, he all right then.
The man went to jail in the 90s and he didn't go fucking back.
Not excusing him for what he did in present time, people. Not to get us confused with what we're saying. We're speaking of the old stuff or whatever happened, but this situation is totally fucked up. But I have to make that clear for people.
Armed robbery in the 90s, he probably was trying to rob a fucking bank. So fuck. I hope he got away with the fucking money. That's probably where he got his fucking money from.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Man got some kind of standards with him. Drop top Mary out there, switching cars and lanes and shit on him.
Or he had to come out and either wind up in a good spot or already was in a good spot. So it had to
Ooh,
be
another.
something that
Say, bro,
that was
I
said
hate to say
between.
this. This shit just popped up into my mind. What if, yeah, he the ex-boyfriend, but what if she was playing both sides of the fence and he found out about it?
That's
That's
a
true.
good observation.
That's true.
That's a good observation.
That
Maybe
happens
He
all the
maybe
taking
the
time.
news
he
is telling
taking
it
care
like
of
this, like
her.
she done
He
already
take,
moved
But
on.
see, you know what? And
right.
you
That's
know what?
somebody
And you
else's
know
word.
what?
Cause look
On
at
some
it.
real
Mm.
He
shit.
could have
On
been
some real
taking care
shit.
of her, taking care of the kids. He probably bought her that car, and
Most
she
niggas can't
lollygagging,
say.
bullshitting around with the new boyfriend in the
Most niggas can't
hotel,
say that
and he found out and busted her ass.
most niggas can't say they haven't been in that predicament, bro. Like I could literally say that several times I didn't been face to face with niggas that, motherfuckers said that they was, I'm talking about, caught them together plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? But most of the niggas knew what time of day it was, and it's like a mutual respect between men. Like, you can see if niggas gonna be on that vibe or not, because all the times niggas, it don't mean it. Like, one time, fuck, nigga wound up, I had to call my people to come in the OJ Bronco. You hear me? Fuck. But it's just like, you just never know what's really gonna happen, but you don't know because you can't really account for a nigga when they in love like that. You know what I'm saying? Or really, won't be with them chicks or whatever. Like, dude had them pulled up. Like, oh, I was supposed to be spending the day with you. This nigga done pulled up. Nigga done wined and dined this motherfucker. Now, if he'd have came on that same type of time dude was on, I'd have been fucking dead. You see what I'm saying? But it was a mutual respect too, because dude was, like, fuck. Dude ain't tell me nothing. I ain't, and he ain't tell me nothing. So it's like, fuck, he was talking to her, and that wasn't my chick. You know what I'm saying? But that's rule of thumb too for a lot of these kids and shit, and the younger people that's watching, and you old motherfuckers that's watching it. If you're a man, stop checking that fucking man behind that bitch,
That's
man.
right.
You gotta
Yeah, you
check
old
that.
motherfuckers too. Y'all still playing
Yeah,
them
you
type of
gotta check that
games
female, dog. Don't.
out
I
here
mean, I
with the
don't mean
crazy
put your
shit.
hands on none of that kind of shit. I just mean, you have a conversation with dude, or
And
you
be
fucking with
careful who
that.
y'all get in these relationships with too. Women, if you don't really want to be in a relationship with them,
Oh yeah, man. Don't be fucking with no nigga
whoever it
just because he
is,
got
honey,
money,
don't
and you
don't
don't know
fall
that
in love.
man really about that shit. He really about
Nobody.
that
Period. It's,
do us part shit. That man serious as a motherfucker.
the
First and
cow goes
foremost,
on the tail.
I
Oh,
think
go
the
ahead, Jay.
real thing is don't talk about getting in a relationship if you ain't really about being in a relationship, period. If you still have what they call play in your wheel, then you need to not even think about it. Just let that person know, look, I'm just here for a good time. I don't want a relationship. I'll call you when I want some or whatever like that. We could hang out, do whatever, blah, blah, blah. But a relationship, that's off the table until, I feel like that's something that I'm ready for. Because motherfuckers will get out here and pretend that they want a relationship. Oh, I want something serious, and be out there playing games. And the nigga being serious with you, for, as they say, forsaking all others, and you out here fucking around, they gon' beat the shit out you. And, and it's just that
That ain't
serious.
funny,
Like,
P. Dot. What the fuck you
it's
laughing for?
no, it's not that serious. No, what I'm laughing at is this. I just put it up on the screen.
Oh,
It caught my attention while I was saying it, and I wound up
all
laughing.
right.
It's not funny, but I caught that when he put it up, and that's what made me laugh. My bad, y'all. This is serious. But at the same
Nigga,
time,
Rich
don't be
is a
out there trying
goddamn
to get in
fool.
relationship or pretending to be in a relationship with somebody. You don't know what that person's mental status is. Like, they could be the type of person that if you say you in a relationship, you love that person. Some people take that L words very seriously. And you can't be out here playing with people like that, especially a person that's trying to show you genuine affection and emotion. So at the end of the day, when it all comes down to the come down, if you out there playing game, just expect that something bad gonna happen to you. Now, I'm not saying that this woman deserved that or the boyfriend that she was with, but if she was out there playing games like that, and that man went off on deep, on the deep end, you kind of got what
She
you brought
caused
on
it.
yourself.
She caused it. I would just say she caused it. Don't say she deserved it. She caused it. She had a lot to do with why it happened. If you know what I'm saying. But we know that in those kind of
Wait,
situations.
your volume dropping, bro.
I'm not. I wasn't facing the mic. My bad. But yeah, bro. Like we can't say that about just that. I think that it was all because of her, and it probably was. Niggas take. I just was watching a video. I'm saying this shit too. I just watched a video. This dude got shot up when he was like 8 or 9, and he was trying to figure. People was trying to figure out why he got shot. So basically, he got shot because some niggas was beefing with like his daddy people or some shit like from old way back in the G, and they daddy them, or some probably got down on dude or whatever and shot somebody or killed somebody in the family, and them niggas came back and they was ready to kill him. They like dude said it was nothing but children outside. But I'm saying that to say that he was ready to shoot any one of them fucking children behind whatever he's saying that motive was. Now, we know that this nigga a gangster. The man went did time. He did on robbery. And he came, you see what I'm saying? I'm not saying he a fucking real drug dealer or nothing like that. He a stand-up. He got to be a stand-up dude. He went to jail, did his time, came home, got his money up. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he was doing, even if he already had his money, whatever he did, he played the rules right because he didn't get back to fucking jail or whatever. Now, who's to say the nigga wasn't a op and back in the gym? I'm not fucking with him. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was saying that. Because like Didi saying, it is a dangerous ass game. She could have been playing, I'm gonna make that nigga mad. I'm gonna fuck one of the. I know he beefing with that nigga or was beefing with that nigga. I'm gonna fuck him.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know, dog.
But that's what I'm saying, though. That's why I said what I said. You can't be out there doing that kind of stuff,
you know what I mean? Especially when they tell the news the way they tell it.
Then you just keep fucking saying it was a jealous. It was jealous. Like, bitch, it's all kind of shit. Ain't that fucking jealous? Jealous to get your ass to the strip club, bitch. Ain't nobody.
He pulled his drop top down. Jealous. He started shooting jealous bullets, and the police had to kill him.
The bullets had jealousy written on them.
People that play too much, bro. Let me hit y'all with this last one, and I'm gonna get my little final statements on it. I'm gonna pass it.
Shootings with deadly consequences. It all started outside the Marriott Hotel on Northwestern Highway in Southfield, where 2 people were shot. Police suspected a jealous ex-boyfriend was to blame. Now, their search led to the lodge near 7 Mile, and that's where Victor Williams is working the story for us right now. Victor, what's the latest?
This is a whole nother news, people.
Well, first off, this is
saying the same shit, y'all. Remember.
Right behind me is where this scene has remained the same for the last few hours, where police say this man was behind the wheel of a convertible Camaro with an assault rifle, leading to him being killed by police. But once again, all of this spans back to some earlier incident taking place at a hotel. Now, we're told that he was trying to get away from officers after allegedly shooting his girlfriend and her new boyfriend at the Detroit Marriott Southfield Hotel. Officers say that he was somehow able to track her there, waiting for her and her new companion to come out of the building, allegedly pulling out an automatic rifle, shooting both on site before speeding off in a dark-colored car. The deceased has now been identified as a 41-year-old woman, while her boyfriend remains in critical condition at this time. Now, that was around 9:24 a.m. Nearly 2 hours later, police tracked this man down to his home in Warren, where they say he switched cars into that Camaro before he was spotted near the lodge in 7 Mile around 12:30. When officers tried boxing him in to take him into custody, that's when they say he pulled out that gun and was killed almost immediately. This man, hoping not to be identified, saw it all.
When I looked behind me, and I see 5 officers standing on top of a black Camaro, a drop-top Camaro. About 5 officers, guns pointed down at him, telling him don't move. And when he was going to lift up his gun, they just fired at him and killed him.
We know what an assault rifle could do. We know what he'd already done to his loved one and her companion.
And as you just heard from the chief, officers were seemingly put in a position where they had no choice but to use deadly force. Coming up in less than an hour at 5 p.m., we'll be breaking down more on what the chief had to say. Victor Williams, Local 4.
I knew you was gonna like that shot when they did that, when they said that shit. I said, like that
Bullshit. Y'all ain't had to do a motherfucking thing. That shit happened. That shit happened hours ago. So you mean tell me if I kill a nigga yesterday, y'all gonna come
Can't get
kill
no
me?
statements from a dead man.
Man, fuck out of here, man.
Now look, this is what I want to ask y'all.
What's up with the news not reporting right?
I did not hear them say anything to the effects of the man being dead in the first one. They said he was in the hospital in critical condition.
No,
right?
the dude is in critical condition. The boyfriend.
The new boyfriend.
Yeah,
the boyfriend critical.
But I didn't hear them say that the ex-boyfriend was dead in the first one.
Ex-boyfriend got popped soon as he looked like he was. Soon as he looked back, they shot his ass.
Son, let me tell y'all something, because I don't think y'all paid attention to this. The man dropped the sunroof.
Yes.
Why you think he dropped the sunroof, bro?
P, I'm gonna let you answer that one. That's why I'm talking about it like I'm talking about it. I want the questions to come out as the answers reveal themselves.
You just shot somebody, you left, and the police about to
left the scene like a motherfucker.
You know you killed somebody. The first thing you gonna do in your Camaro is drop the top. Why you think he dropped the top? You don't think he was surrendering?
That's what it sounds like.
But man, this a
you
nigga
want to blast out on these fools. Go out,
That's definitely what it sounded like.
That's what they want you to hear. Like he was a vigilante.
Because even in the first one, they said that he lowered the top.
Boy, you heard what pussy ass police chief said? That bitch said, "We know what those kind of weapons could do." Like, bitch,
that ain't got nothing to do with the fact that you probably fired on this man. They fired on a man before he even had a chance to show them the weapon. Because I guarantee if they have any type of video evidence of this shooting,
the man said they had 6 police officers on top of the car, bro. He couldn't go nowhere, dog. They could have tased the shit out of him, bro.
Yeah, he right. Six was on him, and 3 was actually involved, which means 3 of them got shots out at him. If you look at the bullet holes on the Camaro, they are extinct. They are, exact. I meant to say, they are very strategic.
Precise.
So yeah, they was going for his shot, definitely.
Wasn't trying to just,
and that's what they called him at. Yeah, they called him in his head. Now, just as much as what he did, like we said earlier, y'all, we not advocating for nothing that he did, but we is gonna also open up with the police and how they be doing stuff, because on Blunt Talk we talk about that a lot. And Chop had a point when he brought up that about the white man shooter. Y'all popped that chick off GP. And they trying to get no answers behind it, but it's like you're not closing the chapter on things, and just like the story before with the dude. Even when we opened up the panel, y'all, I'm saying even when we opened up the show, look at with the little dude, man. Y'all not giving people closure on what y'all doing, bro. Y'all around here like y'all cowboys and shit, bro. But go ahead, y'all.
And just keep wanting us to say, "Oh well, we need more police. We need more." No, the fuck we don't. Y'all need to get y'all do that together. Y'all need to get that shit together so people can trust that system. How the fuck this lady's son go to jail and it's 3 years later? Y'all ain't got no. So I looked the man up. I looked his what you call it up. I went to jail way before him, and my shit still in the system.
Wow.
So why his shit not in the system? Under Junior or just regular Bruce Jacobs. It's not in the system at all. Docket Master ain't got shit on him. I could look my paw up right now. Anytime he's been arrested, gonna pop up on Docket Master. So why the fuck this? They say they booked him. So what's good? Y'all dropped all the charges?
Or they used the false documentation of the other person that they released from the jail to say it was him.
they could have dropped all the charges. That's the only other thing could have happened. The judge could have they could have threw all the shit out, which like the lady said,
But
they
that would
told
still
her
show
that
the arrest
he was
though. That
no, it's
arrest
not
still got to
though.
be shown.
No, it don't.
They gave a little information, probably if y'all want me to read a little bit of that information. Uh, his name was Kyle Bozeman, y'all, the third. He was 49. Uh,
Man, 50 years old.
the girlfriend was 41, and the other guy was 41 to the boyfriend.
So she went and got her
So
some young meat. Well,
it
same age.
appears the same, it's the same age.
That man had to do
It appears he was waiting in the parking lot until they exited the hotel, at which time he used the assault rifle and did shoot both of them. Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
I
He
probably would have
said
beat him with a bat or some shit.
I
I
wouldn't
wouldn't
have
have
done
killed
none
him.
of that, man.
he
I'd have
after
told that
escaping
man
the
and I'd
scene.
have
So
left.
you see, I thought he did it before, y'all. My bad. After escaping the scene, getting into his black Camaro, those same sources say he then picked up the couple's kids from school, gave them money, and said his goodbye. Then he dropped them off at a friend's house near 7 Mile.
We had enough sense to make sure the turn was all right, but not, like I said, bro. I just think it's foul play in the matter, bro. I
And
don't know.
look, it's in one sentence too. Police tracked him down and tried to pull him over. That's when police said he reached for the gun used in the shooting. That's it.
See, Rick know what I'm talking about too, because like he said, no
So,
matter if you beat the
it's
case, you still
questions. Yeah, it's
have
questions.
an arrest
People
record, because they're gonna
gotta
tell you
keep
on the
your
arrest
ears
record
open. That's why you
whether
got
they
two
pick
of
the
them
charges up or not.
instead of two mouths. You know what I'm saying? And I passed the midnight, man.
Man, all right, my topic
Should I
today.
should I hit you for a use now, or you want to wait?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it now
Want to bust it
because
out? All right.
I'm gonna rush it. I'm gonna try to segment it out. Hold on, let's see.
Y'all said, man. Y'all send it to some people. Send it to some people. That send it to some people. Man. Let them know what's going on over here. It's a bad now.
Pinata. Nah, I wouldn't hit him with a bat, bro. That's just... But anyway, bro, this is a nigga. My topic is about a nigga that should get hit with a bat. So I've seen Marcus Houston say that he married his wife at 17. He was 36. Now I know this gonna run long. I only got like 30 minutes because I'm at work. But dog, I just won't know. Cause to me, I'm gonna give y'all my age. If you 4 years younger than me, or 4 years, or 2 or 3 years older than me, that's my range right there. I can't do more than 4 years older than me. That's like a whole different genre. I can't do 4 years completely under me because them little girls don't know nothing or whatever. It's like cheating. You know what I'm saying? Because you know they don't know shit. They still doing gullible shit and all that kind of shit. So I just couldn't do it. But to be 36 and you talking about you had been knowing this girl, she's 17 when y'all got married or whatever, and so that means he had been looking at her since she was like 15, 14. You see what I'm saying? So What you think, Peter? What is the age appropriate age for a man to be dating a woman?
All right. Going back to my timeline, when you made 16 is the appropriate age when you start dating. Because 14 you start developing the interest in girls, or a little bit earlier than that, depending on the child. But 14 is when you really start like coming into your own, and you start like eyeing out specific types of girls that you like. 16 is when you really get into the thing of swinging, the swing of things as far as going, ask girls out, going on dates or hanging out or whatever like that. Now, when it comes to men and women, or in that late teenage age range, there's a 2-year difference that you allotted, right? 18, you have to be within a year and a half. So if that person is 16, they have to be making 17 within a year and a half, right? Of you making, like, once you make 18, they have to be 16 and a half going on 17 to be still within the age criteria for you to be dating. If anything beyond, I must say, 18 and under, 17 is the lowest that you could still possibly be dating somebody if you 18, right? That's the lowest I'm gonna see, because they have to be within their 6 month of 17 getting ready to make their 18, and you have to be getting ready to make your 19, that like that. Now, as far as adults, I believe, this is my personal belief on this, the youngest person I would date at, just say, 30 would be 25. That 5-year range.
That's young.
30 years old to 25, a 5-year difference.
Oh yeah,
as an adult.
But listen to where I'm going with this. 5 years. That means when you was in high school, when you graduated,
That's stupid,
she was in middle school, dog. And she wasn't about to graduate. She was like, that's 7th grade.
It do sound kind of
that's 7th grade, my nigga, and you didn't graduate. You see what I'm saying? You see how that look? Like, nah.
It look like that, yeah. It do look like that. But fuck, when you an adult now.
Yeah, but see, I don't agree with that. See, it's a bunch of old nasty fuckers that say that. Oh, she 18, bitch. You fucking 40 something, bitch.
But that's a very big step, dude. Child, 40 years.
Hilarious.
So say a 46-year-old dating an 18-year-old. That's way too much of a gap. That child wasn't even thought about. You see what I'm saying? You in your 30s dating an 18-year-old. Come on, that's too much of a big step. That's too much.
You know who was saying it? The women. The women was like, you got that statutory rape shit. The 4 years. You got to make sure the 4 years or whatever. Like you were saying with the numbers or whatever, they got to been made a certain age by a certain time. Like basically, fuck. If you 20. 16, that's like fucking, I don't give a fuck if it's right under the statutory rape rules. If you 20 and you fucking with a 16-year-old, bro, that's fucked up, dog. Like, you ain't got no morals, bro, or you can't get no woman. I don't know, like, that ain't what you say. Silent, be quiet.
Yeah, I'm letting y'all shoot, man. Y'all shooting, man. I'm ducking, yeah. But nah, man, it is a moral thing with that. Because let me tell you how to. Yeah, let me tell you how these states is marriage laws and all that shit is fucked up when it come to that. Some people age of consent is at 16 in some of these states. So just to drop that on the head of how this shit is really running, no matter what. our morals is. You know what I'm saying? And I
What you was
think
just
that's
saying
one
about
thing
them
you gotta have.
kids. Them kids that work
Come on
for
now.
the remember what state that was? You could legally work at 14 long as your parents say you could go do it.
Yeah, they about to eliminate the for signing up for, yeah, they about to just say, yeah,
The parental consent.
yeah, it's
I
all, yeah,
don't
fuck
know
it.
how many. I don't know how many women in here, but I need some feedback on how many pedophiles used to pick y'all friends up at school. Now, come on, don't be shy.
Mm, mm, mm,
Fuck.
mm.
I'm gonna
That's a
start it
good one.
off with saying I lost my high school sweetheart behind an older nigga because he was eating cat
That's a
and
good
buying
one.
G Nikes and shit, and all I could do was buy high sausage combos and
Yeah,
fucking
you ain't had,
rainbow
yeah,
stickers and
high
shit.
sizes combos and dick. That's all you could do.
And dick,
Yeah,
nigga, that's all I could do at the time. Wasn't
yeah,
licking
you,
shit. You know what I'm saying?
nah,
So,
I'm doing
but
nothing.
nigga bringing his horn to lake getting crawfish for the whole family and shit. I can't do none of that. I was fucking 16, 17. Fuck, I ain't had no job and all that shit then. Well, I ain't. If I did, I wouldn't spend my money on her ass. I don't know, bro. Oh, look, let's start with middle school. Now, see, that's some shit I ain't never seen right there. I ain't
Ooh,
I ain't
see,
seen
boy.
that middle school shit.
7th, 8th grade. You know
I ain't
them
see
girls that's
that.
too big for their britches
Ooh,
already look like they 19 and shit. Yeah,
man, middle school, I can't even
yeah, boy.
nah, son, no.
All right.
God
Better
damn,
you
you
better wake
nasty
up and fly
motherfucker.
right. Yes, this is where that come from. Which with the situation of the morals and shit, though.
I got a
This is the-
video,
this
bro. I'm just this will spark this whole conversation, bro. I'm gonna just show y'all this. These two women discussing it. I just want, so y'all can see that's the only really. Let's start with a
hold on.
project.
Let's see what these comments
Go
talking
ahead.
about. That's all of them. My
Boy,
bad.
it
Sorry for too
shouldn't be
loud.
looking
Yeah,
at
shouldn't be looking
teenagers,
at
bro.
teenagers, bro.
No, man,
Okay,
you shouldn't be. That's what I'm saying.
okay,
Once you hit
okay.
21,
Well,
nigga, you a
okay,
grown man. You shouldn't even be trying to fuck with an
okay,
18-year-old.
okay. She said, Let's start with a project, bitch."
My high school sweetheart was a project bitch. That's why we
See,
started with a
we
project
talking
bitch.
about what I just said about we talking about children that are what too grown for their own britches. They out here too doing crazy stuff, and get what you got out there. Motherfuckers waiting on them like vultures and goddamn hawks and shit.
That's
They
some
ain't
sick
nothing
shit.
but prey.
God forgive me. God forgive me. God forgive me. At least R. Kelly got permission slips. My bad.
See, we need the joke drum roll, man, because that was a good one. R.
At
Kelly
least he
got
got
permission slips, nigga.
yeah,
Jeez,
shit. He got permission. That man made
he
people
did.
sign
Cause
on the
what he
dotted
saying,
line.
y'all? The mama, if y'all don't get it, the mama and them was down with they was bout it, fool, like Master P in the '90s. You know what I mean?
Trusting a
They
fucking
was
little
telling
girl up
one of
with
the
all
mama
that
got
telling.
text messages of the little
Come on,
girls
man.
telling her how to sit on his lap and be extra nasty and shit with him. She was damn near telling him to tickle his balls in a text message. Like,
If I
ma'am, do
sing a
you know this
song,
is
they
your
might take
daughter,
me
ma'am?
off the shoulder now, bro. I can't sing my mind, my body. Somebody called it. That's fucked up, son. That really is. That's fucked up. Let me see. I'm gonna get this video out right quick.
We had no really conversation and no really connection until she was of age. You know, when we did finally start to talk, I was like, this woman is like me. We both love God.
Get the fuck out of here. Any 36-year-old man who says he saw himself and had so much in common with a 17-year-old girl, they haven't paid a goddamn bill but their cell phone in their life. They probably still live with their parents.
You saw it when she was underage. Otherwise, you wouldn't have spun the block. You nasty ass
You
man.
nasty man.
Young ladies who are 21 and younger. Any man who is above 30 years old, who is not your father, does not have your best interest as their number one priority. I implore you, no matter how intelligent you are, no matter how advanced you are, these men are predators. Any man that will hide behind a veil of God to justify his pursuit of you at that young, tender, vulnerable age is a liar.
I met my wife. She was 17. We had no really conversation and no really connection until she was of age. You know, when we did finally start to talk, I was like, this woman is like me. We both.
What part of you is she like? You 36, bitch. Like, what's up with that? What part? Ecstasy the eye. Nigga said y'all acting like he ain't ecstasy the eye piece. And she said, and she took that. That's fucked up, bro. Where y'all at, bro? I can't hear y'all. Is my mic working?
Yeah, I'm here. Oh,
I was just making sure.
yeah, you good? Waiting
So what
on
y'all think,
P3. You gone or what?
Come on, P. You know we gotta give you your time. We ain't nobody trying to step on your toes. Come
No,
on, say what
look,
you say.
I missed the
You know what I'm
video. I'm sorry.
saying?
Run
What
it
you
back one
arguing
more
at me
time for
about
me.
this shit? I'm letting you talk. You know what the arguing at, man?
This man got quiet again. God
Y'all
damn it.
21 and younger man 30 and above. You're not your father, though.
Oh, he wasn't paying attention.
No, I was using the bathroom. My bad.
Oh, so I could play the video again. That's all you had to say.
That's what I'm saying. I wanted you to run it back for me right
quick. Go ahead. I got you.
Love God.
Get the fuck out of here. Any 36-year-old.
Run it all the way from the beginning. Your ears on?
17. We had no really conversation and no really connection until she was of age. You know, when we did finally start to talk, I was like.
So basically what he's saying is he met her at 17, he 36, and he seen himself in her. I bet the fuck you did.
Like, this woman is like me. We both love God.
Get the fuck out of here.
First of all, that man said this woman. No, nigga, that child. All right.
Any 36-year-old man who says he saw himself and had so much in common with a 17-year-old girl. They haven't paid a goddamn bill, but their cell phone.
They don't even. It's a lot of stuff at 17 that young ladies don't have in order. I don't want to go down the line, but it's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
In their life. They probably still live with their parents. You saw it when she was underage. Otherwise, you wouldn't have spun the block. You nasty ass man. You nasty man. Young ladies who are 21 and younger. Any man who is above 30 years old, who is not your father, does not have your best interest.
Y'all heard the pastor about the pastor that did this shit too, right? In the church, and everybody in the church was mad at his old ass for fucking with that.
Yeah, the pastor was like what 50 something, man.
He
Do you
married
have the clip of him?
Huh?
He married that fucking girl. Then when the church said something about it, that nigga put that shit on guard. Like, I swear to God.
Do we have a clip of his ad?
No, I just remembered that.
Oh, okay. It's all good.
I think I heard about that one. But to go off what they saying, yeah, 36 and 17, that's the greater than, less than theory. She ain't got shit together. You may have all you want. You see what I'm saying? That's just something that just don't match. You know, y'all saying my 5-year difference between a 25-year-old and a 30-year-old is too much. That's too fucking much. 36 and 17, that's a 20-year, might as well say 21 or 19-year gap. That's, is DD504 is about the money.
This motherfucker 63, the Bishop of Christ Apostolic Temple, the White Reed, upon information, he got at least 10,000 signatures to petition him marrying an 18 to 19-year-old Jordan Goodlet. She was pregnant.
But we also got to take this into consideration too. Them older men do be wanting them younger women because them younger women be willing to do some shit that older women ain't trying to do.
Fuck that shit.
I'm just giving you
P. Listen what I'm
Would
saying.
I know about that shit? Like
This man
I know
bringing
older men that really would date a younger woman because older women not satisfying them the way they want to be satisfied like a younger woman would.
All right,
However,
that's just on the sex
wait,
side.
look, listen to me. However, 17 is too goddamn young.
So what about 63 and 19? What's up with that?
That's still too young. That's still too young. If you
Then he
if you
took her
in
to
your
court. He
50s,
took her to
look, if
court
you
for
in your
sex fraud.
50s, if you in your 50s, bro, like we all talk about the age of consent and stuff like that. If 21 is considered a fully legal grown adult, and
Well,
that's
that
their
is him.
decision, that's their
But that
decision. If
dude,
they
this ain't no
decide that,
white boys either, bro. Look at this nigga. And look at that little girl, man.
Yeah, I'm a renegade because the law say I could marry somebody at 16. If she
Exactly.
only got to be 16, yeah, I'm a renegade when it comes to that.
And this nigga,
I'm an outlaw because a lot of these older brothers is playing some real serious games out here, y'all. Yeah, he
son, this
waited
fuck,
till she was he waited till she was 19.
he did.
He looked at her
He
at
waited.
he looked at her at 18 and
What I
said,
just
"Damn, you
said.
still look too young."
What did I just
Said
say
nigga,
about
son.
the statutory rape shit? I just said that,
Yeah,
son. He
he
waited
know what he done.
until them girls. Now she grown, I'm grown.
Yeah,
Fuck y'all
pedophilia ain't
gonna
got
say.
no race. It's just a community.
I say, man, this shit terrible, bro. And me thinking about the Marcus Houston shit made me think about this nigga because he been in the back of my head because I remember that shit happened.
well, look, I remember. I kind of wanted to bring this up. Y'all remember LL Cool J's album? I don't know the album. I don't know the album directly offhand, but y'all remember the song LL Cool J saying when you talk about big old butts and all that shit, right? Go back and listen to that song and tell me if he wasn't on some shit back then.
He
This nigga
was.
he was talking about cruising around the high school at a certain time of the day
That's
that
what
he
the
knew them
old
the chicks.
niggas used to do. We talked about that already. That's what the
Right.
older niggas used to do. That's why niggas lost
It,
their girlfriends
niggas
in
our
high
age
school because these old
we couldn't get
niggas.
a girl our age in high school because of the older
Fuck
niggas,
no,
25,
man. You
26,
couldn't. We had to
dating a
try so hard.
17-year-old. And if you
Fuck.
did, she was only going out with you because you was about to buy her lunch.
See, about time 19, 20, you know, you done started working. Everybody knew you making money and shit. Now them hoes
That's when
coming
you
back.
start becoming interesting.
That's when the
Yeah.
hoes start coming back because they like, oh, he got money. He ain't got no fucking money.
Oh, sugar daddy
So buying
stopped laying out the
bitch, a
honey
hot
for the
sausage sandwich used to be $3.50,
yeah.
$4. No more than $5. You get the
The
cool
ones
drink and everything.
over there by Doug, them bitches used to be $2.65.
I know, nigga, because I used to get two, one for me and one for her. Fuck, it is what it is.
$2.65. I think them bitches started off at $1.84.
And them fucking 10-cent
If you added that
olives,
cheese,
you gotta get the olive, the cheese,
the
chips
olive,
and shit.
or the hot pickle, the
This
fucking
nigga buying the girl fucking alcohol and shit. He all on
Hot
lick buying
pickle, that's a
Boone's
good one.
Farm and shit, man. Got a hot pickle and some Boone's Farm, nigga. Strawberry daiquiri on the lake with some crawfish. I couldn't get her to the lake unless we caught the bus. The fuck? Like, I'm just saying, son. Like, them niggas took over, dog. Like, they made it bad. They made it bad for niggas.
Why you do this?
Shit,
Yeah,
they made
bro.
it bad as fuck.
You got
dog.
bus tickets in your hand. Man, get your goof ass.
Fuck wrong with you? She looking at you stupid like you're a broke nigga. She like,
You
and
got
y'all
four.
wonder why
You got
so
4
many of
bus
them
tickets.
niggas was hustling, bruh. That's why them niggas turned to crack, bitch, because we couldn't find
She
a
gave
job.
you her bus ticket. Say you need another one.
Yeah, you need another one because she don't need a ride no more. She don't need the bus. Fuck. Motherfucker. I mean, that's all I had though, fellas. Like, I just wanted to see how y'all felt about that shit. Y'all said y'all ages and shit, like with y'all, you know. But at the end of the day, these old niggas getting out of hand, bro. It was already
Yeah, man, you
bad
gotta
enough.
balance that age out, man. You can't be playing them games like that, man.
You gotta
You
be
small
respectable.
brain bastard. Some of the you 63 years old, knowing goddamn well what's going on with that situation, bro. Like that don't,
Yeah.
that don't cut it. And then with the other dude, he trying to make it seem like it's even better when you know what you're doing. Like it's your intentions that fuck with me. Don't make it seem like everything you talking about is on the up and up. Bring every religion in it that you want. You could talk about all that shit. You could be a Satanist. I don't give a damn. They accept all that shit. They say do
Right.
what thou will with their shit. Why you just it still ain't gonna roll over on certain people with that bullshit, bro. You can say what you want. It ain't gonna never sound right, bro. It's never gonna grab people like that for some reason. And and y'all know what that reason is, but a lot. And I don't want to speculate on other people's beliefs, but it's hard to actually get people to go along with that outright openly, like they've been accepting a lot of other things. And I think it's gonna be a problem, a serious problem, if you know the more they normalize it, fellas. So,
I'm telling y'all right now, you bring your old ass to my door looking for my door.
hey, how you doing?
Fuck around with y'all. They gonna be putting my jail information on the blunt talk shit so y'all can write
Little
me
bit
letters
home.
and shit.
A
That's what the
little
fuck
bit
they gonna be
home.
doing. Yeah, she home? Yeah, she
You
home.
gonna
Bring
hit
your
that boy
ass
like
on in
Debo,
here.
boy.
Come on in here, cuz. Nah, bring it on in. Bring
Boy,
it
go
on in.
skyrocket.
Yeah, she's fucking stupid ass. Now go sit in the corner and think about what you did.
how you how you punch somebody in the face and break their hip, boy? You's a bad man, boy.
Stupid ass. I'm gonna hang his ass up like Jeepers Creepers. I'm like, fuck
You's a
that shit.
bad man, boy.
Knock on my fucking
Yeah,
door,
Grandpa,
man.
don't
Like,
come in here playing no games,
we ain't
Grandpa.
signing no
You hear that
permission
shit, huh?
slips or none of that, cuz we ain't doing none of that shit. Fuck
Man,
all
mind
that.
your old ass business. Don't come with that bullshit.
Wait, Pete, that is on you, brother.
Even if my daughter 35, you come in there with a 63, man. What you doing? Come
Man,
hit that
fuck is
old
you
ass
doing?
man.
Bitch, I
I'm gonna
got
rip the
something
shit out of
for
her because
you.
she older. I'm
I
gonna rip
got
the
a
shit out of
10
her
piece.
old ass.
Exactly. Why your old ass fucking with that old
You
ass
come in here
man?
with a goddamn
Fuck.
football number. This nigga on the O line. This nigga 60. What?
Yeah, he got that
Yeah, that's
attention. When he
What he play
die,
for?
he gonna give
Who
it
he
to
play for the
me.
Bengals?
Man, fuck. Who is Bonson Billups?
What this nigga is, man? What he used to play?
Bonson
He
Billups?
used
That
to
gotta be
play in
Bonson.
63? What the fuck?
Nigga, that's
man, nigga
Bonson
went
Billups.
off on me while I was dating his daughter. I was the young one and she was the older one. Nigga went off on me like, man, what the fuck you doing in here? I'm like, fuck, your daughter asked me to come over here. Fuck. But yeah,
Man,
man. So,
who the fuck you trying to kidnap? Chelsea Clinton?
plug it, plug your fair use too, Pete. Before you go up, remember to plug your fair use.
Woman to play it, or
That is
you got it?
hilarious,
yeah,
dog.
run the
So
fair
old
use
ass.
while we get this one under straight. All right, we are back, people. So look, this is what I gotta ask y'all right quick. Um, being that y'all know what my title is, and I hope our people out there understand what my title is. Have y'all ever called somebody delusional?
Yeah, nigga, the nigga that's trying to fuck with a 19-year-old and he's 63, that's delusional as a motherfucker.
All right. You know how many levels of delusional there are? Mic check. Mic check. Everybody there?
Yeah, I'm here, but no, I don't. Delusional just mean delusional to me. I don't think it's they got all them genders to delusional.
Well, there are 6 types of being delusional, right? And so one of my videos is only 57 seconds for the first one.
Oh, I see
So I
six.
want
Yeah, that's interesting right here.
so this one comes from
6 types of delusion.
yeah, 6 types. And this one comes from the Delusional Disorder Mental Health NCLEXRN. So check this one out, y'all.
Types of delusions and delusional disorder. First, there's erotomanic type. This is when you believe that someone is in love with you. And we sometimes see this kind of delusion in people who stalk. Next is grandiose type. With this delusion, you believe that you have a great talent or insight that people just haven't discovered yet. Religious themes often get pulled into the grandiose type of delusions. The third type is somatic. It involves delusional beliefs about body functions or sensations. A fourth type is jealous type. And with this, the person believes that their partner is unfaithful. A fifth type is persecutory. With this type, the person feels that they're being conspired against, spied on, or poisoned. The last type is mixed type. And this is where no specific theme predominates. And you may have features of a few of the types.
All right, what y'all think so far?
That's powerful right there.
So people with
You
delusions
can
have these.
unpack a lot of that.
What you think, Chop? Oh, what Chop went? Oh, that's right, that's right, that's right. So when it comes to the 6 types, you might run across somebody that might carry all previous 5 into the 5th, right? So when you break down each one,
Wait, bro. You can't just smooth past what you just said, bro. You mean to tell me there's people out here with all 5 types?
oh no, look, breaking all
That's a
5
lot of
and creating a
yeah.
6th. That's why they say
Because they
the
say
sixth
there's
one.
6 of them. Yeah,
Yeah, the 6th one might take a piece of all 5 of them
that is
motherfuckers and ball.
hilarious. Yeah, that is funny. I hate to say you might run into somebody with all 5 of them motherfuckers.
Hell yeah.
Make up one for the 6.
Say, bro, I'm gonna
Man,
be honest with you. Like, people,
delusion though, is delusion a part of, can delusion, like when they say where if you think it, you can make it happen, is that a part of delusion too? Like when they say you could
if it's
what they call
unreasonable,
it, manifest things
if it's
into
unreasonable,
existence. You can
you know how some
manifest
people
things
say,
if you
you
believe
can
in this.
manifest your destiny,
Yeah. So
right?
is this under the delusion character? Because I think she mentioned number 3. I think it was like number 3 or number 4 or something.
Let me
She
let me
meant.
let me pull it back up and see right quick. Cause
We could
the
we
thing
could break
about
into
that
some of
is,
this because I was just thinking of some of those ones she was naming and how she was expressing some of it. It was like people also use this for another avenue to pursue careers and everything else. So I just was wondering, is is
yeah,
that delusion is that delusion in that category too? Because a lot of times when you say delusion, people automatically think it's something bad anyway. So when something positive come out of it, like somebody making a dream happen, something that they always want to do and now they living it, you know what I'm saying? Is that a part of delusion as well, even though it's something good, you know what I'm saying? Because the way she said it, it was like, that's a part of it too. You believe in that you something that you're not. But then you keep doing it and then it wind up happening. Then what is that then, right? Does delusion turn into, you know what I mean? Just some questions.
My bad, big dog. My mic timed out. My bad. That's the grandiose. Yeah, you with me, brother? Am I back in? Hello?
Yeah, you back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my
Take your
phone
other
keep.
screen. Drop your other
Yeah,
screen down.
my my phone keep timing out, so I don't know which one is. Yeah. All right. So, like we were talking about with the manifesting thing.
Hmm.
When people generally talk about manifesting your destiny, you still have to work at bringing what your destiny is into fruition through work, right?
Correct. That's what I
All
was
right.
asking. Does delusion turn into something else? That's what I was asking. That was my question, basically.
And and so
And
I
is it delusion in the beginning? Because remember, they, like I was saying, some people tell you to imagine it, right? Imagine what you want,
right,
exactly how you see yourself, whatever that is, right?
right.
And you hear these rag to riches stories, and you never, or they never say delusional. I was delusional. I was out of my mind. But
Nah,
all this shit wound up happening to me in real life. It actually started to happen. You don't hear him talk like that. And that's why I'm saying, delusion always kind of get a bad name, but it sounds like it's just a word more than it being good or bad. So
and
you give me
so
your perspective. What you think?
so the only reason I was saying it depends on what it is that you're talking about. Like when we talking about manifesting destiny, you become delusional when you are continuously trying to make that shit work, knowing damn well that shit ain't working, right? And that's why you hear people say doing this. Because you was under the delusion that it was going to work in the first place, and you knew damn well right from the start that it wasn't going to work.
Oh,
You went you
how
went
we
about it
getting?
the whole wrong way. You kept going and you kept
Yeah,
going and you kept going, and the shit just kept failing. So that's the grandiose
you keep
form of
saying
delusion.
basically is, yeah, and you talking like it's happening. Okay, so delusion is it's when you get stuck in that phase of basically insanity, right? Keep trying
Yes.
the same thing over and over and not working, or
Right.
expecting something different from the same, expecting different results from doing the same
From doing the same shit
bullshit.
over and over again. All right. So when you keep digging further, the further and further you go, just like the one where the first one was where you feel like you in love with somebody. That's what old boy went through. He was delusional. He could actually plausibly get off on, well, he's dead now, but if he would have went on ahead and surrendered, he probably would have got off on a delusional charge because he really believed that that person still loved him, right? He was delusional. She had to move on, got with somebody else her age. They were spending time together, so on and so forth. And so that's why you have to start investigating these things that people say, right? Because you never they could be saying one thing and being completely delusional about what it is that they're talking about. And so that's why I brought this up, because I hear people say that word a lot, man. You a delusional motherfucker. Or you might hear them talking to somebody, or you might see some homeless people on the street. You don't know who they talking to. They
Let me
delusional.
ask you, let me ask you something. Is when it hinders you in any kind of way, that's when it becomes a disorder. Because she also called it disorder too.
Yes, yes, it does. Even if so say you at work, right? And You was on the phone with me when I had to deal with that on one of my last jobs, right? I know you remember telling me don't beat the crazy man up. That motherfucker was delusional. And his portion of the delusional was literally turning violent. He thought I had something against him. I had nothing personal against dude. You see what I'm saying? And I, it just was crazy that literally he'll be okay 1 minute and the next minute he want to fight. Like, dude, what's going on with you? Why you keep coming over here starting with me? And the least little thing was he'll say something and I'll be like, bro, that don't even sound right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you might be wrong. I'm not saying you wrong. I'm just saying that just does not sound right. And he literally was taking it as though I was personally attacking him. And I just was, like, bro, that just don't sound right to me. That's just me. I don't have to agree with you on everything you say.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to apologize for saying what
Right.
you
And so the delusion just kept spiraling further and further out of control because then he started talking to himself loudly. And so my initial thought was, man, this motherfucker might be bipolar or schizophrenic.
Right.
But it could have, it could have just been that he was under the delusion that I wanted to fight him. You see what I'm saying? Look how the shit just kept, and like I said, I know you remember some of them conversations when we be on the group chat, and that motherfucker come over there and be like, bro, look, don't come over here by me with that foolishness today, bro. Look, I'm trying to do my work. You was assigned to go work back in the back. Why you keep coming up and bothering me, bro? I'm trying to get my work done. I know you remember them conversations, and dude just kept it going. So it was like he was under what's that one? I think she said it was like a paranoia delusion. Matter of fact, what number that was? It was one of them.
I want you to play it again, P. Yeah. Excuse the delay, people. He gets situated.
So, like, we have to pay attention to all these, and it's only 6 of them. But you will notice that somebody is exhibiting one of these 6, if not the 6th one, which literally encompasses a good little bit of all of them combined. That's the messed up one. That one there looked like it takes a cake. Matter of fact, the 5th one was persecutory, where they feel like they're being conspired against, spied on, or poisoned. And the last one was the mixed type. Yeah, the last one said no specific theme predominates, meaning it could be anything that come about and they feel it's just in their head. So the next video is a guy, I guess an instructor, and he's telling people.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
They asked, can you play the video again?
Oh, okay. Let me run it back. Let me run it back. Set it back up right quick because I had took it down off the screen. What's wrong with my mouse? All right, I'm about to run it for y'all right now.
There's 6 types of delusions and delusional disorder. First, there's erotomanic type. This is when you believe that someone is in love with you. And we sometimes...
All right, y'all got that one? When you believe someone is in love with you, it's called erotomania. You might not have ever met this fucking person. Oh, they love me.
I see this kind of delusion in people who stalk. Next,
a lot of companies make money off that. You ever heard of the
Wait,
saying "love at first sight"?
wait, huh?
I say a lot of companies make money off that. That one is an important one to a lot of companies who
Yes,
sell love. Because I say, you
yes.
ever heard the saying "love at first sight"?
Um,
Love at first sight. The saying "love at first sight."
yeah,
This
I've,
is
Yeah,
a
I've,
yeah, I done
delusional
heard the
disorder.
same. Paul act like he fucking
Thank you, man.
slow. Yeah,
yeah, I've
man.
heard of love at first sight.
Just like, wait, now I don't know, but I just want to throw this in there because the person, what the lady said, uh,
It's it's called erotomania when you believe that someone is in love with you.
when you believe someone is in love. Oh, all right. I think that's a popular one right there. I think that one right there is real popular in our community. A lot of that's just like talk about silent situation with the that he brought up. Like that dude probably thought that girl loved him.
Right. He probably thought she still was in love with him.
Facts.
And but here's the bad part. If he thought that and she knew he felt that way, what if she was playing on that? You see what I'm saying? That shit will drive a person with delusion over the edge. He felt like if that was the case and he felt like she still was in love with him and he was doing everything under the delusion and found out that she was no longer in love with him and that she was playing him to the left, that drove him over the edge, right? Don't that make sense now? And so the next one is the grandiose. Let's check this one out.
Grandiose type. With this delusion, you believe that you have a great talent or insight that people just haven't.
All right. Y'all heard that one.
She ain't finished.
That you have a great talent or insight that people haven't discovered yet. Now, I'm quite sure we done all ran into somebody that's done did that shit before. And you average at best. You see what I'm saying? You're no different than the next person. But you put yourself up on this super high pedestal only to get knocked off that motherfucker because people be like, you know what, dog? You ain't all that. You know what I'm saying? But in your mind, you really believe that, right? But you keep going as if you are this great, insightful person. That's another delusion.
So is
Haven't
that the
discovered
same as
yet.
saying "fake it till you
Religious
make it"?
themes often.
Say again, brother.
Is that the same thing as saying "fake it till you make it"?
No. I wouldn't say fake it, because faking it till you make it is just like
Yeah.
you playing a game. You know what I'm saying? You know you ain't shit, but you gonna keep pretending you are the shit.
Right.
Whereas in the delusional one of the grandiose, in your mind you fully know
So if you
that
don't,
you
so
are
if
the
you
shit.
fully
Nobody
know,
can't
you're
tell
not
you no
delusional. If
different.
you fully know, she said you saying if you're delusional, you automatically don't know if you're delusional. You don't know you in this state.
Right. That's what it means. That, basically
But the
that's what it
people that
is.
do it
If
on
you
purpose, they're not delusional. They know what they're doing. So it's like
Exactly.
they
Because that's
know
what I
what
was
they're
getting
doing.
to. But
Yes.
see, that's what I'm saying. Because, like, say the person really is talented, but the other person just don't want them to be talented, more talented than them. So is that person suffering from delusion?
Yes. Because you don't want that next person to be more talented than you, because
So what type
you
of
may be
delusion would
talented,
that be?
right? That would be a mixed type.
it's
That'll
probably
probably
one of these
fall under
six
mixed
coming
type.
up. Shit.
Huh?
It's probably one of these 6 coming up.
It's probably one of the 6.
So
One of these.
what about the ones that stay in situations that's dead in situations? Is that delusion, or is that
Wait, which
another term for it?
right now we on the religious type.
You're not
Let
gonna
me
answer my
skip it back a
question.
second so I can see what the name of this one was.
Lord have mercy.
I could barely hear you. Your mic going in and out, bro.
You can hear me now. You can hear me.
Yeah,
You hear me?
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I was asking, what is the definition for the type of delusion for someone to stay in a situation, even if it's a job or anyway, and it's just like not working out at all? Is
I
that
think
a
we just passed that one
delusion?
up, chap, before you came on, I think.
What's that one? What's that one?
I think that's
What was
that's mixed type.
that was
Okay.
before Grandiose, huh?
Okay.
No, it wasn't called mixtape. It was
That's
called
gonna
something
fall
else.
under the mixed type.
It was after love. After somebody in love with somebody. Because that was the first one, right?
Okay. Because I ain't hear
When
that
somebody
one.
believed. Yeah, because
Erotomania was the first one.
I wasn't on.
That's what I just said. The second one was with Chop
Yeah.
just explained. What was that one? I forgot.
Grandiose.
It
Okay,
wasn't
Grandiose. It wasn't?
Was it?
Okay. It was one of them. You can rewind it one more time, people. Just give us some time now. We having a
Wait, you say rewind it?
yeah. Just go back. It's only been 20 seconds.
Your ass should know. You should know what the fuck.
Just play it back.
This your segment.
It's-
Nigga, you
There's
should
6
know.
types
All
of
right,
delusions
here
and
we go.
delusional disorder. First, there's erotomanic type. This is when you believe that someone is in love with you. And we sometimes see this kind of delusion in people who stalk. Next is grandiose type. With this delusion, you believe that you have a great talent or insight that people just haven't discovered yet. Religious themes often get pulled into the grandiose type of delusions.
Grandiose.
Grandiose is the delusion for the talent one, right? That's what she just said, huh?
The grandiose type.
That was I thought Grandiose. So the Grandiose is the second one. Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah,
That
Grandiose was the second one.
Grandiose was under all that. Okay, all right. My bad.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that was
So the third was somatic.
I'm sorry. I'm confused.
Third is
The third one is somatic. Right.
I only heard
All right. So
grandiose in the love one. I ain't hear nothing else but the love one and the grandiose.
But yeah, you caught up then. That was it.
All right.
Third type is somatic. It involves delusional beliefs about body functions or sensations. A fourth type is jealous type. And with this, the person believes their partner is unfaithful. A fifth type is purgatory. With this type, the person feels that they're being conspired against, spied on, or poisoned.
All right, so the third
She
one
said something about delusion about your body or something.
Yeah, that's gay. That's gay people. Oh no, not just gay people. That's for them.
They say it's so manic.
The people that think they fat but they not.
Damn, like shallow hell.
Yeah, but she really was fat.
But he was the delusion.
that bitch was slim.
He was under the delusion.
It was a huge bitch.
She was Pamela Anderson. It's crazy. Oh man.
God damn it. Go ahead, Peter.
Go back to somatic if you can, but I don't know if you can hear me.
Somatic. That's that shit Missy Elliott was talking about, huh?
She's came past that. Hold on, man. I got my
That was Missy Elliott, huh?
trusted dusty computer.
That's the shit she's so deaf. Fuck.
saying nothing.
The third type is somatic. It involves delusional beliefs about body functions or sensations. A fourth type is jealous type.
One word got so many
You could continue with that one better because that one weird. I don't know what they mean by that
Oh.
nonsense. That's not catching. I gotta look that up or something. Man.
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
We can hear you now.
Yeah, man, my phone overheating. That bitch keep kicking me out. So somatic, the third one. That
So
one is just like,
fomatic.
I was trying to ask y'all while y'all was still on it. Have y'all ever heard of a person being called the hypochondriac? Hypochondriac.
No, I haven't heard.
I heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
All right, so hypochondriacs are people who believe that something is wrong with them, even though there's um, no medical findings that anything may be wrong with them.
For example, like they go to the doctor saying, "Doctor, I think something is on my chest or something like that."
Yeah.
And keep doing that, and the people be doing that,
And
but they keep
and
doing
look,
it. And keep,
right, and so every time, even though the doctor will show them, hey, listen, there's nothing growing inside your chest, they'll come back to the doctor like a month later. Hey, doc, I think I broke my leg, or my heart's not beating right, or it just be a whole bunch of other goofy shit that the doctor is searching them for, and there's nothing wrong with them, and so that falls into the category of the delusion.
Okay.
So,
So that's like going
because
to the
that's all it
doctor
really
because
say, relating to the body. You
so
know what I'm
so
saying? So,
basically that's like
especially as distinct from the mind. So whatever from the body is so mad. All right.
that's like
That's
like
a,
going to the doctor because you thought you were stupid. And the doctor told you were dumb.
now, see, the bad thing about a lot of these things, when it comes down to it, is them doctors be wrong. Like, I got called a hypochondriac in school because every day around the same time, I develop a real bad headache. My eyes turn red, and I'm steady telling the teacher, like, yo, I don't feel good. I need to go use the bathroom. And as it was turned out, during my younger years, I was allergic to the smell of baking bread, like that yeast, that smell that you smell when bread is being baked. My body couldn't handle that, and I was allergic to it. So every time they would start baking it, I would get sick. And so they was like, "Ain't nothing wrong with him." And went to the doctor, and the doctor said that that's what it was. I couldn't stand being around yeast, baking bread. The scent and the pollen and all that shit mixed together just was fucking over. So yeah, so that's that. The fourth type we on right now is the jealous type, and she didn't really go into too much about it, but we all know what that is.
And with this, the person believes that their partner is unfaithful. A fifth type is persecutory. With this type, the person feels that they're being conspired against, spied on, or poisoned. The last type is mixed type, and this is where no specific theme predominates. And you may have features of a few of the types.
damn, she see a few of them, but it's too.
And so
people with delusions have these
So you
unusual
can have
beliefs that are
that's why
clearly false, but they hold firm.
God dog it. I gotta. So yeah, so that's when you run across somebody with those.
That's why you were saying that shit. You have all five in the cocktail. You could have five. You could have three delusions and two other ones you could just pick out. You could mix. Two could be mixed. And just have all the rest of them.
All right. So my next video was the one where it says how to work with the disorder. Let's see the history right quick. Let me
Make sure it's there. Oh boy. Yeah, here you go. I think this the right one, y'all. Don't hold
So
me
people
to
with
it.
delusions have these unusual beliefs that are clearly false, but they hold firmly to this notion that the belief is actually true. Various mental disorders, including schizophrenia and schizoaffective disorder, involve patients with delusions of some kind. Although a lot of times these patients will present with other symptoms of psychosis, like hallucinations. Delusional disorder, on the other hand, is characterized by someone having just persistent delusions. Now, every delusion someone has can either be considered non-bizarre or bizarre. And non-bizarre delusions are plausible, meaning that whatever their belief is actually possible, but it's incorrect. An example of a non-bizarre delusion could be thinking that you're constantly being followed by someone, or thinking that you have an infection when you really don't. A bizarre delusion is one that's clearly not possible. A classic example would be thinking that someone has removed all your internal organs without leaving any sign of it, or leaving a scar of some kind, and really sticking to this. It's clearly not possible that the organs are missing without leaving some kind of trace of removal, right? So delusional disorder involves a delusion of some kind, either bizarre or non-bizarre, without any other symptoms of psychosis like hallucinations, disorganized thoughts and behavior, or other mood disorder symptoms like mania or depression. It's only delusions. Now, another big difference here between delusional disorder and other psychotic disorders like schizophrenia is that despite these delusions, the person's able to otherwise function pretty normally in many areas of their life, like socially, or in relationships, or at work. Now there's this whole list of subtypes of delusions that are usually associated with either non-bizarre or bizarre delusions, though these subtypes aren't always just in one or the other. Now to kind of get started, delusions of control are delusions that somebody is controlling their thoughts or behavior, like for example, thinking that they're being controlled by aliens. And these are usually bizarre, as being controlled by someone is considered not quite plausible. Nihilistic delusions are these ideas around the non-existence of themselves or of parts of themselves, or even the world. So they might hold on to the belief that meteorites are going to destroy the Earth and that the world is actually ending.
Y'all following along so far? Notice how he breaking it down to showing us how that's easy to go with that shit.
But the only thing I don't like is, I'm sorry, guys. The only thing I don't like is the fact that all of it still bears on their diagnosis of you. That's why people get second opinions.
Right.
Third.
That's true. That's why I see his comment link there. I'm gonna hold my comments.
Okay.
Delusions of thought broadcasting are where the patient thinks that their thoughts are being broadcasted for everyone to listen to. Delusions of thought withdrawal, on the other hand, is thinking that some of your thoughts have been taken out of your mind and that you have no control over this. And these are all really considered bizarre delusions usually, but they don't necessarily have to be. And some of the other types of delusions that are considered non-bizarre and could potentially be possible are ones like persecutory delusions, which are actually the most common type of delusions. And these involve the theme of someone being followed or cheated or conspired against. An example of this could be thinking that the government's following them because the government incorrectly thinks that they're actually a spy. Delusional jealousy, or sometimes called delusions of infidelity, is this firm belief that your spouse or significant other is having an affair.
Which we covered already.
Delusional guilt, or sin, is this belief that you're guilty of some crime and should be punished severely. An example of this could be thinking that they're responsible for some catastrophe, like a house fire or something, when they clearly weren't. Delusions of reference are thoughts that some sort of remark or event or broadcast is directed at them or has some sort of special significance, like thinking that the news anchor on television is actually trying to communicate directly with them. Somatic delusions are delusions that have to do with bodily functions or physical appearance, usually something to do with their body being diseased or changed in some way. So it could be thinking that your body is infested with parasites. Erotomania is this delusion that another person, usually like a celebrity, is in love with them. Grandiose delusions are those where the person exaggerates themselves and thinks that they have these special talents or abilities. And finally, religious delusions are any delusions with a spiritual aspect. Although it's important to remember that beliefs that are in line with the person's culture aren't considered delusions. And furthermore, any of these delusions that have been mentioned might be mixed with each other as well.
Nah, notice he took it kind of
Mute your mic,
backwards.
chop. Mute your mic. The wind blowing.
So he went in a backwards motion with it, but it still pretty much fell in. He just broke it down into two different subcategories instead of just one big broad overview of what is delusional. So when you sit down and you think about that particular part of it, and you start going over all of the things that you hear on a day-to-day basis and you see on a day-to-day basis, it starts making you kind of look at what's being said, right? Not just necessarily the person, but what the person is saying. So that was that one particular video. I had another one, but I know we're running kind of short on time. And so the other one was like 6 minutes or something too.
Yeah, because some things, some things can become a delusion if you don't have no evidence.
Right.
But a lot of those topics that he spoke on was like certain things that have been debunked. Rather that's in a relationship, somebody cheating on them, they had to go check and see if they were cheating on them. So were they delusional when they found out? You know what I'm saying? Or instead of saying when did it become delusion, when you kept doing it and never found nothing. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of it, even with the saying that the government's following them. I never worked for the government, so I'm not gonna talk that shit. But if I hear a person that said that, yeah, I work for the government and these people are following me, then I have to raise an eyebrow or an ear to that.
There
I can't just denounce him because they're telling me I'm in a delusion. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like Chops was saying earlier. It's not cut and dry based on how we were taught. Remember, they gave us McGraw-Hill books, and we know all that shit was fake.
Mm-hmm.
From the Columbus landing, so I'm supposed to believing. I'm delusional if I don't believe Christopher Columbus discovered America.
Right. Or the world is flat.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know if it's round. So how am I delusional? That's my point.
Then we done found evidence that NASA is faking the spacewalks and all that other stuff.
Come on, Pete, but I'm delusional though.
Right. We the delusional.
I'm supposed to go by that standard of a non-bizarre, right? Stop it.
Now, see the other video that I have actually talked about how you could challenge that to know whether or not this person is experiencing something that is not right. Because he teach you how to ask the question. Like, you know how we hear somebody say something and we'll just ask a question? That's what the next video would have been about. Because the person, just like he break down each delusion, and for each delusion is a certain onset of questions that you, the person, would be asking that person that's coming up with these things as you talking to them. Because you know, I know, Chop know, and everybody else, all the listeners know that if you sit down and you go to listening to the people that's talking about it, and you start like literally jumping into what's going on, that person will be saying some things that's gonna make you question them, right? So you always gonna have that moment where you gotta ask what's happening. All right, look, so you saying this to say this and this and this. Like a person might come up and say, man, I just broke my foot. Well, how did you break your foot? I was walking and I just felt something snap. Okay. The next thing you're gonna do is what? Take your shoe off. Let's see if you got a broke bone or a blood clot or anything like that, right? You're gonna question them. You're gonna try to make them come come to a logical conclusion about what happened. Show me where the pain is in your foot, or anything of that nature, just to make sure that this person isn't tripping. Because there's going to be telltale signs that that person may have broken their foot, if not broken their foot, or a bad deep bruise. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the next video was basically going to be about. But we are at
Yeah, week 230. Perfect time, man.
So do you want me to run the next video? It's only like 6 minutes and stuff.
I mean, yeah, we 230 in. We could cut it off right there. You know what I'm saying? Plus, people have any technical difficulties, so we ain't gonna hold them up. We gonna roll on out, P. Gonna get on out of here, bro.
Yeah, everybody done had some type of technical difficulty tonight. My phone
Man,
kept
I'm trying
cutting
to tell you. Just shut me out of here just now. So
yeah, I switched from the laptop to the phone. I'm fucking
going back and forth with it.
Yeah, I had to because
so
shit,
it's all good though. Great topics though, fellas. You know what I'm saying? People learned a little something at the end. You know what I'm saying? And we got to see some crazy stories and really actually think about what's going on.
Right.
Yeah,
and
man.
I'm really leaning on the fact that homeboy might have been going through a situation of the first delusional episode that we talked about. You know what I'm saying? I think that's really what was happening, bro. Because for him to say, I'm gonna just go drop the kids off, I'm gonna go follow her and see where she at. If she not doing, he was on some shit like that. That had to be.
I'm gonna say this too. It don't. If you have a phone, and I learned this. I want to say fucking 2010 or like 11 or something like that. You could search people. You could search people, find out where the fuck they at from their phone number. That's why when he said they couldn't find them people.
You saying the geolocation? Yeah,
I've been finding people like that. So I know when my ride outside because find my iPhone, like So if they was locked in, all he really needed was her I thing, or was her email or whatever, like
what they call it, the IMEI.
No,
IP address.
Her Apple ID. If she had an iPhone and he had her Apple ID,
that's probably how he found her.
On his phone, he could find out exactly where that phone is. He could send beacons to it to make the phone go off, lock the phone, delete everything on and all that.
I could honestly believe that's how he found where she was at.
That's why when he found her, I was like, shit. I did the same. I mean, that's how I'd have found. Or at least the last location was gonna pop up, but we had the 230. We gotta hurry up and get it down.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, bro. I for the police not to be able to locate old boy or say they don't know where he at and all that there. I'm talking about the young man that was in the in other news sectors.
Yeah, they ain't trying.
That's bullshit. Because we hear too much about the police using triangulation and the Stingray device and all that there to sweep up data and information on location.
The of going to jail is too much information. The bail bonds are gonna have your information. They gotta know to come out, know all that shit. So
yeah, it's a lot, man.
Definitely, fellas. Well, man, 234, yo.
We gotta wrap it up. I gotta get that.
It's another one, man. Another fire one, man. We gave the people what they wanted, man. They gotta go figure it out now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We done presented all the evidence, y'all.
Everything.
We done put out all the receipts on these 3 topics, man. Y'all go over them, y'all check them out. Comment, you know what I'm saying, on the board, you know what I'm saying. Let us know if anything else happened. We'll check it out and see what's happening. I get notifications all the time when y'all comment in the boxes. So hey, y'all do that, man. But other than that, appreciate everybody for coming through. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it. Just another one in the books.
Yeah,
Fellas, y'all want to give y'all appreciations and
yeah,
Thank
I
and
you.
y'all
appreciate
outs
everybody,
to
real shit,
anybody
for
before we
coming
roll
through.
out.
I can't see how many people in here right now because I'm on the phone, but yeah, fuck, I appreciate all y'all. Go fuck with that Instagram and that TikTok or whatever. We got to get the Facebook popping and all that shit, but we thinking about Beagle and shit or whatever. Thinking about it. We got to figure everything out on there too, but fuck with
Yeah,
us on social media. Send them if y'all can't, send them links and shit to the.
we
We'll
can't do
talk
it without
about one of
y'all.
y'all
Yeah,
topics,
man.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same.
we need y'all.
The more y'all come through, the more we got to talk about. That's the side goes.
Definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
definitely.
So I want
Appreciate
to,
the people who've been showing love from the top. You know what I'm
I
saying?
want to give a big shout out to everybody that came through tonight. Thank y'all. Y'all gave us some great insight on y'all thoughts. Keep liking, keep subscribing, keep sharing. Let y'all friends know to check us out. We are Blunt Talk NOLA on YouTube, live streaming off StreamYard. We on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Like my boy said, we got to get all that stuff together so we could start loading it up and keeping it going.
And with that being said, man, y'all, welcome to another Friday session, man. Welcome to another Smoke Out with your boy now, man. I am May Hayes, Silent Child 17.
P360 in the building.
Chop Tracks in the building.
And we love y'all. Good night.
Peace.
Hey. Hey.
What you wanna do? What you wanna do? What you wanna do? What you need? What you need?